Hey everybody, welcome to Noir Bar, and here we are live from location number 2. And this time, I remember to light the candle for those who are, aware of the details. And joining me, keeping me company at the bar, besides y'all fine folks, is it FarZoosme? Far, how are you? How are things?
Hey, I'm all right. I'm in a hotel room.
Far's in a hotel room because she's a high-flying jet setter.
Yeah, sure, that's what it is.
That's what I choose to believe. Did you know that Far has a pool, guys? You know how rich she is?
That's not really that rich.
No, she lives in a house made of asbestos, so it all balances it out.
Right.
Yeah, there you are.
Fucking right.
I feel like I haven't started something.
You haven't said hello to me.
Well, no, okay. Hold on, Sam. I'll get to you. No, I feel like there's something that I haven't done. Like, going live. We're live.
Yeah, okay. We're live. Have you opened Streamlabs?
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, studio keeps...
Have you set the
I haven't turned on the Noir Bar donations. Thank you, Cult of Krill, for reminding me, because that shouldn't be an exploding cat girl. That should be a sexy Jessica Alba on a bed.
Up with the donations.
Yeah. Okay. So, and before we even start, speaking of donations, Blackout 8879 for the 1435. Polly, it's one of them. It's 1 in the fucking morning. Now that I'm here, I gotta watch. Now show me some hotness. Well, we got some not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Not according to my OBS. YouTube, you lying bastards. Chat, am I...
You sent the tweet out? Is that the other thing you've forgotten?
No, I sent the tweet out. I did that.
Okay, you sent the tweet out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you enabled live chat as opposed to top chat?
I have not. Let me just fix that. Okay, there we go. One of these days, we're going to have a great show. It's going to be fun. I mean,
These days?
Well,
It's going to be pow!
Yeah,
Right in the kisser.
hold on. Let's just... What donation?
Hey, can you guys fix this for me?
Oh, yeah.
This is an ice cream shop.
Okay, can you guys
Do you know how
fix this
annoyed
for
I
me?
got like
And can I get a
last?
scoop of chocolate, please?
Someone doesn't have OBS open.
I do.
Well, you did.
It just barely played.
It just barely.
It just barely played for me.
Really? The scoop of chocolate and
Yeah.
fix my ice cream at gunpoint, or fix my ice cream, fix my keyboard
Yeah,
at lap.
But I only just heard the like, hey, can you? And then like nothing. Just now.
Really? I gotta.
Yeah.
I gotta go in there. Cult of Krill for the
Sorry.
$5. 1 of 2 pro tip: don't go to LinkedIn while drunk. A recruiter message. Well, okay. So here's part 2. Okay, so he's got 2 pro tips, and I'm actually interested in this because I do have a LinkedIn, and I do drink often. So this is speaking to me. Don't go to LinkedIn while drunk. A recruiter messaged me about a company that has developed a clinical test to check for everything from COVID to cancer. Theranos part 2? Anyone, who remembers Theranos? I remember Theranos.
I do.
Called the girl again, part 2 of 2. I replied back, quote, been in biotech for a decade. Your test is BS. Eat a bag of wasps. Proud of the insult, but probably should not have said the last part.
Oh fuck.
Eat the bugs, bigot. They're proper protein. Go that angle. Say you were trying to promote, you're with Extinction Agenda or no, what's
Yeah,
it?
rebellion.
Rebellion?
Oh my god.
Every time I make that
How
fuck
did
up.
I remember that? How is it I remember that?
Well,
You're always you're the one that's like your favorite cult.
It is my favorite
Let
cult.
me remind you.
Because Extinction Agenda was a very popular, well-known X-Men story arc back in the day that had effects that resonated on for years to come because they were going to try and wipe out all of the mutants with the that had the X gene, and it was called Extinction Agenda. And I'm a comic guy, so I don't know. I mean, Sam, you've heard me make many an allusion. It's either Star Trek or comics because, or noir.
Indeed.
This is my metaphorical world, Sam. Oh, hey guys, Sam is also here. Hi, Sam. How you doing?
Hi, yes, I am arbitrarily okay.
You're arbitrarily okay. Someone arbitrated you that way.
Yes, exactly. Yes. I am not governing
Yeah,
my
that's
own
how that
state
works,
of mind
right?
right now.
See, I try. See, for fuck's sake, it's not a poly stream unless there's audio problems. See, Sam's a little low, and that's fine because it can be made up for. So what I did is I turned Far down and turned Sam up. Now Sam's peeking the mic, and Far's kind of like quiet, which is just unnatural for Far. So we're gonna have to fix that.
Well, I'm trying not to be like, oh, yelly, because
Oh, okay. So we're gonna have to.
yeah.
Far's being unnaturally quiet, and Sam is being naturally, you know, rude
Well, I'm
Frenchman.
not at home.
Bubble. Polydubs Insomnia, you bastard, donated $2. I guess I'll thank you, but I'm not very happy about it. It's my insomnia personified. It's been dogging me for years. Bonjour, me am not drunk. You are. I will. Somebody actually asked that in chat on a scale of 1 to 10. How drunk are you? 7 3/8 plus a couple ounces.
Okay. Can you repeat that in measurements that the rest of the world uses?
I was going to say, Polly, it's too early in the morning for me to work in Church of England, thanks.
You'll leave the Anglicans out of this, okay? King George wanted to be Pope, it's fine.
Yeah, just like
how
how Van
drunk
Gogh
am I?
totally wanted a Lexus. Yes.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. I poured my extra tall shot glass to graduate, so one notch below dropout. There's
Oh god.
yeah. There goes, you know, freshman.
Oh,
it goes
Jesus.
freshman, sophomore, junior, senior dropout. I poured it to Dirty Cat Mechanic. Thank you for the $5. Thanks for the show. I'm going to bed. Oh.
Oh.
God,
Well,
this
good night.
Now that's how to do a
Sweet
show.
dreams.
Yeah, you come on, you say hello. People are like, they're happy you did it, and then you stop after like 8-10 minutes. It's a wonderful idea. But to answer the question, how drunk am I? I don't know. 3 ounces in, and you probably won't be able to hear me open the can here, but I went searching for. I knew I had an energy drink somewhere in the house, and I found one. It wasn't in the fridge. I was hoping it was in the fridge. I failed to put it in there, but it's still cool to the touch because it was in the basement. You see, so it's got that Sam. You should be able to appreciate this. It's got that cellar wine cool to it.
Oh, chilled as opposed to you know, cold.
Mhm.
Yeah. it should
La-di-da. You have a basement.
Yeah. So what? La-di-da. We get okay. We have this phenomenon here that we call winter. Now basements that go beneath the frost level. Now frost is what happens when water cools below.
I know what frost is.
Oh,
I know what winter is. We're currently experiencing it.
if you live in a place that gets frost often enough that you have to actually concern yourself with such things, you want to build a basement that goes beneath the frost level. See the soil, not sand. Now I realize you live around dunes and whatnot, but okay, there's this thing called soil. Okay, things grow in it. Okay,
I just
Start as we mean to go on, though. Polly.
So to answer your question, yeah, I'm pretty drunk. You know, no, I'm actually only like 3 shots in, and I'm trying to drink this is a Rockstar. I'm trying to drink it down to what? The bottom of the part where it says Rockstar energy drink. I'm trying to drink down to where it says energy drink, and then fill it back up with bourbon. Because mixing alcohol, it says right on the side, don't mix with alcohol. I don't listen to my own doctor. Why would I listen to the Coca-Cola company? Am I right?
I was about to say, as a wise man once said, "Fuck the police."
Yes.
let
In
it
Minecraft.
go. Don't worry about it.
Okay, let's just take a quick look here and see who's all hanging out in chat. We got C. Thomas, Bookwormatic. Nice to see you. Ham and Beans. The man that we found the perfect fucking picture for him. It was literally ham and beans in a shoe, and he was asleep and didn't see it. He said so in the comments the next day. He goes, "Sorry, I was asleep." And I'm like, it's not a matter of apologizing. It's just, Jesus Christ, man. We found a picture of literal ham and beans in a shoe. How could you have missed it? Molly Okami.
What's wrong, babe? You've not touched your shoe beans.
Shabeens?
Shabeens!
I'm trying to think. Hold on. Binu?
Shoe beans.
But it's
Beanu.
Binu.
Scientology rang. They want their beanie back.
Fat platypus. Hey, Platty. Fake gamer cat. Molly
Hey.
Cammy. Always good to have Molly in the house. Carol Soldier. Oh, some miscreant named Samael. Ugh. Raymond.
Oh God.
Fucktard's here. Always happy to have Fucktard here. Gurkado, of course. It's 2:35 my time. Nice to have you here at that time. I can read military. Yeah. What's name? Raymond Lewis. I said Fucktard again, just because I like saying his name. Blackout, of course, because he's awesome. Damon and oh God, also Evolve Potatoes here. Hey, Evolve Potato, great. Shadow Claw, Uncle Mikey.
Oh man.
Patio Furniture, which she's here like furniture. It's great. Mando Raider. Unholy Reaper. Evening Degenerates. Yeah. Project, man. Project. It might make you feel better. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. We all love them. Slim Johnson. Slim! Jim Beam. And people say they don't stop going through all the names and reading off everyone. Well, if I started on time, there wouldn't be as many names. So it's still my fault. But shut up. Dirty Cat Mechanic. Upside Down Harlot. That's far. Yeah. Oh,
That's me.
Fenner's Layer Painting. Yeah, how's it going? The man who can paint better than I can and pump out painted miniatures completed much faster than I can. So fuck him. You know. It's Far doesn't get this, Sam. When I look at people online that can, do things better than I can, be it Barely Sociable is one of my favorite YouTube channels, right? And he is my hero for voiceover work for YouTube material. Okay, he just, it's incredible. Like, just the tone of the man's voice, his cadence, the way he does his editing, and then the visual aspects of it. In terms of the content, the style of content, he kind of does, what would you call it? Spooky stuff, real world mysteries.
He doesn't think it's spooky stuff, but it's spookums.
Yeah, he doesn't think it is. He just thinks it's, quote, interesting. But it's like, dude, it's got to do with, like,
interesting.
Like death,
Don't
and then
wrong,
there's a neurocam, and, all
I've
the
had so many fucking
oceanic
this is how
things.
I've learned that this is how I've learned that Australia is incredibly incompetent when it comes to crimes committed on the coast, which is concerning.
If you get
Or off
lost,
the coast.
if you get lost
say.
in a boat off of Australia, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, so
You're absolutely fucked.
The Australian Coast Guard and their various police units that have naval, whatever oceanic capability for searching for missing. Yeah, they're incompetent.
Polly.
We went looking.
Do you think this?
In the opposite direction that the water was flowing. There's no way they could be here. We spent 8 hours looking at night, then went home. Like, it's that bad.
Polly, Polly, do you think this is like the curse of Harold Holt, the Prime Minister that was lost at sea? He just swam out there and never came back.
Yes, Far, but he will return at your hour of greatest need.
He will return in our hour of need.
Yeah.
Rising from the sea, he's become Poseidon.
I just love that story.
Someday.
Guys, if you don't know that, there's a Prime Minister of Australia back in the 30s? 30s, was it?
No, it was later than that. It had to have been later than that. I think it was Harold Holt.
Harold Holt. So
I hope I'm not just saying some random dude's name.
So this guy, the former Prime Minister of Australia is the point, and we can look up his name later if we are so inclined, goes out for a swim in the ocean and simply doesn't come back. Now, you may think it's a tragic tale. Oh my God, we just lost our national leader. The poor man died at sea. That's not what happened. He's out there waiting. And in Australia's greatest hour of need, he shall return to lead them once again.
Yes, it was Harold Holt.
It was Harold Holt.
He went out in 1967.
So you thought everything was okay. 67, dawning of a new era, smart enough not to get involved in the Vietnam War.
He's going to come back and he's just going to be like, Jacinda Ardern, you owe me a soul.
Oh, hey, Gamer Verleen's here. Very nice.
You know
very nice.
you want to know one of the most fucked up things about it though?
What's that?
They named a swimming center after him.
Oh, that's
Oh.
wrong. For
Memorial
God's sake.
Swimming Center.
That is in seriously poor taste.
No,
And
shitting.
I
That-
I know.
that's like the
It's on the
Columbine
same level
shooting
of
center
Lexus
for
Van
young
Gogh,
men.
right?
Like, what the fuck?
Oh dear Christ.
Do I need to like? Should I tell the story of Lexus Van Gogh? Because I keep saying it.
I think people need some context.
This is
I
a
think
story, or
Yeah.
it's just a place that you?
Yes.
Okay.
No. This is a story. So last night, right?
Okay.
This was part of like, 'cause it's my mum's birthday today. We went for this last night for her birthday, right?
Uh huh.
Right.
Happy birthday,
there
first
was
Mom.
this art exhibit. Hey, yeah, happy birthday.
She
Mum,
thinks
too
crunch is a flavor. Happy
uh,
birthday. Hope you got her crunchy cake.
sweet. Yes, she does.
And she's right.
Yes, she is. She is right.
Sam,
Thank you,
that was
Sam.
a test for autism. That question.
No, it
Well,
was a test for
looks
ADHD,
like I
but
passed.
It was a-
it's
It was a test. Excuse me. That's right. It was a test for ADHD, and you passed. And
yeah.
this, much like
Yes.
an HIV test, you don't want to be positive. It's.
Oh, Polly, I'm always positive.
Oh god.
Okay, go on. You were saying.
But anyway.
yes.
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
Van-
So
Van
it was
Gogh.
a Vincent Van Gogh exhibit, right?
Mhm.
Where like they did like this whole only way to really describe it is audio visual experience.
Uh-huh.
Really.
Uh-huh.
Like they made some of the paintings move. They had music accompanying it. It was actually really tasteful until it got to certain points. So we got in like about probably the middle of it going on, right?
Uh-huh.
And it got to the end, you know, where it starts to loop. It goes dark, and then suddenly, a Lexus car ad just starts playing.
Sweet.
And then after the car ad was done, it just started going back to the start of it all, and it was like, what the fuck was that? Yeah, the whole thing was sponsored by Lexus. I have never seen this before, where like you go to something like this, right, and they just have a random ad in there.
Yeah.
For the people that are sponsoring it. Usually it's just they leave it at like sponsored by whatever the fuck on whatever things are around, right? Maybe they'll have like the car out the front, which they did. They had the Lexus Van Gogh out the front, as I like to call it, because
The, Le-
fucking hell,
the Lexus
really?
Van Gogh. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, like it had a Starry Night like all painted onto it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but like they had that out the front. That's usually what they leave it at. But no, they had to do that. It was just very jarring. And then the gift shop. My God, the gift shop.
My God.
You
No,
have to
so
see
we-
it to believe it. You really do.
You really do. You really fucking do. I should post it onto Twitter. But there
was
was
there like Starry Night soap bars? Like, was it that bad?
Oh, not even that.
Oh yeah.
tasteful.
Oh yeah, no, there was that. There was like stubby holders, which just like bottle cooler things that you put around like a beer.
Oh God.
Like they
yeah,
had-
yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Yeah, like they had that going on, but no, like that's like, okay, whatever the fuck. You're gonna have that shit there. Like that doesn't concern me.
Right.
What does concern me is the fact they had these pins, right? Where it had like a cartoony, sad looking Van Gogh on it, and it just said, "Let it goth" on it. Yeah, I picked it up, I looked at it because I saw it from a distance, like went, the fuck is that? And I just started laughing. There's nothing funny about it.
No, that's worse than
There's
Sam's
nothing
puns. I mean, that's
funny
pretty
about
fucking bad. Jesus.
Yeah,
No, it is-
I mean,
No, and I mean like on multiple levels here, like of, like, okay, it's not even that funny of a pun,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also like, Jesus Christ, this man led a really tortured and sad life. Let the man rest in peace. Jesus. There's that aspect too, and it's just like everything about this is just, oh my God, what the fuck? And then the other one, which is like kind of one of my favorite things I found there.
Uh-huh.
Because there was two funny, like kind of funny ones there, but one of them is just like, come on, really, you're trying to sell this? Is they were trying to sell the CD of the music they used. All the music was public domain.
Right.
I'm pretty sure like a good chunk of the music I heard in there has been used in many a YouTube video for fucking years. You can go and find this online so easily. But there they are trying to sell CDs of it. It's like, okay, hope no one gets those. That'd be a bit disappointing. And then they were selling absinthe called Never Never Absinthe, which was like, yeah, that's fine. That's funny. That's kind of funny. $100 a bottle, which is way too much, but you know, like it was that.
Yeah,
It was that.
Hell.
I know, right?
I have seen some
But
wildly
then you, like, take a look
overcharged
at,
absinthe that doesn't even have wormwood in it, and it's like, oh, what's the point if
Yeah,
you're not
this
seeing
shit.
weird shit? Like, I should be seeing Starry
know,
Night on a
right?
regular night. Like, you know, come on.
Yeah, like there's no way there's absinthe in that as well. Like, come on, like there's no fucking way. But yeah, like a lot of the shit in there was like overpriced too. Like, I mean, it's a gift shop, you know.
Yeah.
You're gonna find overpriced shit in a gift shop. That is a given, especially in fucking Perth of all places. Are
Yeah,
you
but
nuts?
There's
We
selling
overcharge for dumbest shit.
They're selling alcohol as an event sponsored by a car company.
Yes, yeah, there is that. But I mean, like, then the other thing I noticed, there was like a backpack, right? They were selling of like, you know, the same fucking skull painting that everyone knows Van Gogh for, apparently. I didn't know it was a thing until we got there. But my sister pointed out because she's a big fan of Van Gogh. Right, she's like, look, it's the skull that everyone uses for everything. I was like, okay, yep. Yeah, backpack was $50.
There we go.
It wasn't even good quality.
As you may have been able to tell, I was able to switch over to the Noir Bar donations.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we got the sexy Weibo legs of all potato. Thank you for the $3. Australia actually was involved in the Vietnam War. And while Far was selling her story,
Yeah,
I
we
actually went and read up on it. You're not wrong, of all potato. I was interested to read about the various 1962 original involvement in counterinsurgency operations and securitization operations in 65 and so on. So yeah, I absolutely stand corrected. It was really interesting.
Yeah, we
some
were involved in
over
Vietnam.
500 killed, 3,000 wounded. I think were the numbers that I was reading. That's bad call. Bad call. Well, I mean, so look.
My mom has a cousin that avoided the war, so you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
But on it goes. Australia was actually involved in the Vietnam War. That's kind of why we have so many Vietnamese in Australia. I'm pretty sure Australia has been in every war America has been in since WW2.
Yeah. Yeah, we pretty much have been.
I doubt you were involved in the adventures and doings going on in Central America in the late 70s and mid 80s.
Probably not that.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not that, but isn't that intelligence shit?
They were fighting commies, Far. I'm blinking my eyes in disgust at your lack of.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, well, if you mean like dirty little secret wars, yeah.
It's not war, it's counterinsurgency.
Right, absolutely. And quite literally is. I mean, when the Sandinistas are taking money from the Soviet Union to take over their country in a military junta, and the United States funds the Contras to, you know, fight them and stop them, well, yeah. I mean, who was insurging where? Well, the commies were insurgent. They tried to grasp every little fucking piece of fucking land. The Soviets, tried to grasp every little piece of land they could. This fits into our era because, well, 1942, there wasn't really there was communism, but there was a Soviet Union, so it fits. They were trying to grab everything, man. In case you guys didn't know, I don't really like communism, and I don't like the Soviet Union. I don't like Russia. And I don't like...
Here's the let it go pin, by the way.
Let me see.
Like, it's admittedly not the greatest picture of it, but, like, you see enough.
Copy link. Let's go over here. Add link. Because I'm sure chat wants to see. Oh, God.
Yeah, like, yeah.
It's like a knockoff Funko Pop in 2D.
So, see what
There
I
it is.
mean, though? Like, on how many levels it's just bad?
Yeah. And guys, you have to imagine, this is a small lapel pin. Look at Far's hand.
It is.
When I say she's a tiny person, I fucking mean it.
Yeah, my hand's a fucking baby hand. But yeah, like, it was a, like, not the tiniest pin, but it was big enough to have, like, 2 pin bits on the back of it. Like, one at the top, one at the bottom. probably about medium size, maybe. I don't really know. I don't really care, to be honest. I just think it's really distasteful, like looking at it.
No kidding.
It's not just this, dude. Absinthe doesn't make you trip. No, but the
not the stuff they make nowadays.
no, but that's why I said it doesn't even have wormwood in it. And the reference to the wormwood that does have the shit. What is it?
Hallucinogenic properties.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think they're alkaloids. Doesn't matter. Anyway, it doesn't have the.
Yeah, it doesn't ultimately matter.
Yeah, it doesn't have the compounds that make you
matters is
trip
that
in it anymore, because that would be illegal to sell around. Now, if you had like old school absinthe, which even if you bought old school absinthe, okay, look, I have since added the bourbon to the Rockstar. You may have noticed. It's fine. Absinthe. Yeah, it might have gone neutral. What do you want to call it? Lost its potency. Gone.
Yeah.
It's not turgid. Sam, work with me here.
Yeah, like. Yeah, but like.
It's a flaccid
but there's a
drink.
reason.
It's a flaccid, yes.
Oh my
It's become
goodness.
a flaccid
Nice.
drink. Yeah. It
Yeah,
just
but there's a
sort
reason why
of
back in the day-
dangles there. You don't really feel it, you know.
Oh my god. Right, but there's a reason why back in the day, like, all these artists were drinking absinthe. Like, there's a fucking reason for
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
It's because they were tripping bowls.
Yeah,
and they drank it.
I mean, the last time I was
That's
at
it.
the liquor
It was-
store,
It was the LSD of the day.
Yeah. Last time I was at a liquor store, there were 2 different marijuana vodkas. Like, talk about an oversaturated market. The vodka in general. It's just like, to get noticed, you got to do something. So there's a big, cannabis leaf on one, and then one was called like, Budka instead of vodka or whatever the fuck, like some really yeah, like some horrible pun like that or whatever. And it's like it contains hemp extract, and it's like, yeah, but it's okay from the leaves or whatever, but it doesn't have any kind of THC delta 9 in it, or lest you would be getting high, and there would be additional licensure assuming that you can sell edibles or drinkables in your given state. You know what I mean? Like it, and that's all absinthe is at this point. Now, that reminds me, I've got a donation that I've been working on because, as you may know, I have something of a thing for shit.
You know, the thing.
What? Winona Ryder during her peak period of hotness, which is somewhere between, it's a fuzzy boundary peak hotness period, somewhere between 94 to around 2000. I'm going to go to 2000. That was her period of peak hotness. If you go look at any movie that she made, she was at her, I mean, don't get me wrong, she's still hot now, but she's passed on into MILF hot territory now. She's really kept it together, which is awesome considering the direction she was going in. Am I right?
Indeed.
I was surprised that she wasn't called to the Johnny Depp trial, because I think she was dating Johnny Depp for like a couple of years. I think that came up during the Amber Turd thing. I was like, oh, really? That guy got to fuck her during her period of peak hotness? Another reason to be jealous of Johnny Depp. Fuck! It... But anyway, I was watching Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Okay, and so you got Gary Oldman playing Dracula, and he's sitting across from her, and he brought an actual bottle of absinthe from Transylvania. And the little spoon dealie that goes, or the little thing, and you put the sugar cube on top of it, and then you pour the absinthe over. Yeah. Well, not the square weird ones that you're talking about. It's the one with the holes in it and whatnot. Like there's a whole thing, the procedure to pouring absinthe, right? You pour it over the sugar cube or whatever. Yeah, the shot from the movie, and I bothered to I clip out that scene for the movie, import it into AI to up it to 60 frames a second so it would be smoother, because I wanted to do it in slow motion, where she, Winona Ryder, in character, so she's wearing like the full dress with the hat, like she's looking like a classy lady. She picks up the sugar cube and slowly sucks on it and gives him a knowing, sensual look. And I've turned that into a donation. I just haven't finished it yet. Still working on it.
Nice.
Yeah, still working on it. Soon to be found on the Sinatra Says channel. A Winona Ryder clip of her sucking on a sugar cube. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I've also sent you the Lexus Van Gogh, by the way. Jesus.
Did you really? Hold on.
Well, you know what? In the spirit of all that, Polly, I'd like to, considering we've been discussing the Van Gogh live, There is no cock like Van Cock.
Ugh,
Wow.
God.
Wow. Oh, Sam.
I have anti-nauseants, but Sam, I don't want to take them while I'm drinking. Jesus, man. Yeah, this is horrific. This is a crime of some sort.
Yeah, I can't really decide whether it looks okay
Oh,
or
man.
terrible. Like it's like in a weird in between for me. You know, of
Yeah.
like it's not the worst, but it's also like
It may not be the worst, but like it's friends with the worst.
yeah, fucking right.
It's no friend of mine.
Okay, look,
Ah,
I'm having keyboard problems here.
but
guys.
there's
Come on.
but there is one thing I'd like to say about this whole experience.
Go on.
Vincent van Gogh once said, "Damn, I wish I had a Lexus."
No, he didn't.
There we go.
No, he never said that. No, I remember Sinatra said this is his favorite painting, and I feel bad for him. I just
Ah, God, yeah. If
Yeah.
you look behind that too, you can see a recreation of the bedroom paintings he done.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And you could totally go in there and take pictures in there.
Oh, I just looked up for a second there, finally, because I was doing different things here behind the scenes, and yeah, Pinky Salmon's here. Yay! I like it when Pinky
Hi,
can make
Pinky.
it. I like it when Pinky can make it to Noir Bar, because you know she's a saloon cabaret singer. She belongs here. You know, it's her home away from home. I like to think, but there's another picture I grabbed. Look at it, Aussies in the Vietnam War.
Yep.
There they are.
Look at us go.
Yeah. Is it just me, or are those a bunch of FALs they're carrying?
I would not have a
Looks like
clue.
308 semi-automatic rifle,
Looks it.
which is pretty fucking hardcore. That's the short version of what I'm getting at here. That's pretty fucking hardcore. It's look at this guy. He's hardcore. He's got the side of his pants fucking blown out. He don't give a fuck. He's Australian. And it's like, oh yeah, those are
Kinda
FALs. There you
looks
go.
like it's
Full on
buttoned
FALs. Yeah.
It's where he keeps his
It kinda
Gary.
It does look like
Oh
it's
my
buttoned.
God.
And it's like, now normally, if you were, a foreigner, and you had ended up in the Pacific Rim, especially a swamp-bound Pacific Rim where you're walking in, waist-deep water, there's all sorts of leeches and bugs and stuff that you can bite you and cause you malaria and all sorts of other diseases. But he's Australian. He laughs at such.
We don't give a shit.
Yeah, that kind of poison? Are you kidding me? I was bitten by 7 different kinds of poisonous insects while I was in my crib. I have immunity.
I am the ultimate Spider-Man.
I licked the dew off a scorpion's back for breakfast.
I'm not gonna lie. These guys are working the 1,000-yard stare pretty hard. I'm saying, like, look at this. I mean, this guy looks too young to shave, and he's still got the 1,000-yard stare. Jesus Christ. I mean, Reaper, look at this. This is something. That's actually a really fucking cool picture, man. I mean, and the cameraman's ballsy because he's pretty close to them fucking choppers, man. Yeah, that is a very, very cool picture, man. That captures a lot. Awesome.
Yeah?
Okay, and they were fighting communism, and it was an insurgency from the north. Fuck them. I'm not saying it was executed with the best strategy possible, but
Well, when you've not got the proper support from home and yada yada yada. We all know the thing.
Yeah, the thing with the stuff. It's not. This just makes me want to learn how to fly a helicopter more.
You should.
Yeah, and I will. My mother, and I say it like that, not my mom, but my mother put on that voice and she said, "No, you're not."
But Mom might want to become the world's first helicopter.
Well, Reaper says, "War does things to you in a short time." I don't know that myself, but I believe you 100%.
Yes.
Yeah, it's coming a young man and you get old fast. Like, not old, like just you get experienced, let's say, fast.
Yeah.
I dig that picture, man. That's actually very cool. The Anzac Day forever, am I right? Let's just
Preach.
For those who don't know, I don't know. It bugs me that people are like, we shouldn't have Anzac Day. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. It bugs me the way the British don't celebrate St. George's Day. It's like, why not? It's like, well, we just don't make a big thing about it. Well, not big enough for my liking. It's like America knows how to do it. 4th of July, am I right? Yeah, we know how to do it. We throw up fucking expensive, never to be had again scotch. We're so happy it's the 4th of July. I'll leave that.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh god. It's not as if like people don't celebrate Anzac Day here. It's just that is a bit of a vocal minority that yeah, they don't really like Anzac Day for some reason.
Oh, they got their reasons, I'm sure. Not good ones, mind you, but yeah. Reasons.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, they have reasons. Just you know,
not ones we need to consider.
Yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, though, most Australians they take Anzac Day pretty fucking seriously. Like, I still remember high school, right? So I knew a few English kids that had moved over, right? And like, one of them told me the story of like when they first came here, right? And they were just fucking around the library, right? And the minute of silence was happening for Anzac Day. And like they announced it on the PA and shit, but they didn't know what was going on. And they got kicked out of the library and like a lot of dirty looks. They had no idea what the fuck was going on. Like, yeah, don't fuck with Anzac Day. Jesus.
Yeah.
As well they should have been.
Don't fuck with Anzac Day.
I mean, I mean, honestly, I don't even really feel sympathy for them there, because it's just like, you guys probably should have known. Like, it's not exactly like a secret that it's going on. Like, they do warn you. Like, at the start of the day. Yeah, so we're doing Anzac Day stuff today. Okay, kids, so we're going to have the minute of silence at some point in the day. Like, it's going to happen. Like, it's not as if it's sprung on you, like, without warning. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a man runs into the room. Quick, be quiet! It's a moment of silence! Ah!
Oh god, that librarian was so fucking terrifying. Like, she was a fucking nightmare at times if she wanted to be. Yeah, so it's just don't fuck with Anzac Day. Just don't do it. It's not worth it.
Who's jingling this something? I'm Sam.
What?
What are you doing? What are you playing with over there?
Might be.
Someone doesn't have their crispy sound suppression turned on, and I keep hearing the chink chink like tink chink noise.
It might be me.
Okay, because
it might be me, but I do have noise suppression on. I don't know how that's coming through.
It's not the biggest problem in the world. I'll just tell you why. Because I think it's the beginning of the $2 donation. Because the first thing you hear is the bottle cap fall. It's just I'm drunk. I'm too drunk to stand up. Right. So I keep going. Oh, never mind. That's just somebody whose suppression isn't on.
Yeah. People are asking what Anzac Day is. Like, it's like a Memorial Day, really. Like, it started as like a World War I, World War II thing. And now it just kind of encompasses all war, really.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you know.
Australian Memorial Day
least
is
we
the best
forget.
way to. Yeah, exactly.
Well, mind you,
lest we forget.
Don't they do Memorial Day separate, i.e. the World War I, World War II Memorial Days, aside from Anzac? Am I getting that right?
No, because Anzac was World War I believe.
Right.
Like, that's what it actually originated as like stuff for Gallipoli, specifically Gallipoli.
Yeah.
Because that's a huge thing, huge ass thing here.
Which I didn't know about until Far mentioned Anzac, and then I was like, where's Gallipoli? Hold on, let me read about this battle. And then it was like, oh, wow. Yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah,
I see why it's memorialized. I get it.
Yeah, where Australians and New Zealanders alike just fucking ran into Turkish machine guns. No, I'm not kidding. I'm really not kidding with that. The British gave no shits about us. Because they're the ones that instructed it.
They were and you know, I don't say so flippantly, but you know, it's not a soldier's job to ask why. You know, and that could be the rough part of poor commanders. You know, it's unfortunately they're there to do their job, and they do their job. Are the commanders doing theirs? Becomes the question. Unfortunately, sometimes.
But yeah, that led to the whole Gallipoli thing, and that's where Anzac Day comes from, because Anzac just stands for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps.
And how far?
So it's not really just an Australian thing;
right?
it's like a New Zealand thing as well. But yeah, just don't fuck with Anzac Day. Moral of the story.
Yeah, ours is not to question why. Ours is to do and die. Yeah, the tip of the spear, right? It's
Raised against surrender, indeed.
yeah, and then not to make it too heavy, but then the part of that afterwards is it becomes incumbent upon the society to take care of veterans afterwards, full step, which is why I got such strong feelings about the VA.
Yeah.
It's tragic and annoying. All right, leaving the Discord, lol. Don't leave Discord. It's a useful app.
Oh yeah. When I do it, that's not okay.
It's true. All right, so not keeping it too heavy. I've been listening to a lot lately. Again.
What?
Well,
Biggie Smalls mixed over Star Wars soundtrack.
I love them things.
So if there's Star Wars nerds out there, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. Well, you'll get the why. Like, why would anyone do that? Biggie's last album was called Life After Death. This is a remix album called Life After Death Star. And our Discord friend, Zelthor, who's a huge fan of Star Wars and is somewhat curious about the better hip-hop that was out there, not modern-day Xanax zombie mumble rap, but, actual lyricism. I said, have you ever heard of it? It just occurred to me, wait a minute, you're a total Star Wars nerd, right? And this album that came out years ago, and I could totally play it and not get copyright struck. So it's like
it's the 10 crack commandments.
Remember this? Luke on Tatooine looking at the setting suns. Oh yeah.
I know, I flipped this slaps already. And I'm not a rap fan,
I've been in this game for years. It made me an animal.
So Zelthor's had this in heavy rotation for days going, this is the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Never let no one know how much dough you hold, 'cause you know that try to breed just
when somebody first told me about it, I thought that's going to be like the biggest gimmick thing that's going to be worth listening to once, and it turned out to be like so incredibly good. Like, who figured that you could mix the Imperial March with Notorious B.I.G. and have it be good? And yeah, it is. It's and really, really works well. Yeah, so that's been in steady rotation because I hadn't thought about it in a good while since I had mentioned it to Zelthor. And so, yeah, I don't know. I still got it up in my tabs here, and I thought, hey, this is Noir Bar. I do what I want. It doesn't fit in with the 1942 aesthetic, but it's okay. I brought it back here in time with me. I tell Far not to do that, but I do it myself.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's much better than the old, Lil Jon mashed up with the Thomas the Tank Engine. It's better than that.
What? Yeah, that just sounds like shit.
It was. No, wait, no. No, hold on. I think it was actually Notorious B.I.G.
Mixed up with Thomas
I can't remember. Yeah, mixed up with Thomas the Tank Engine, yeah.
Wow.
It exists.
We're not happy about it, but it exists.
No. It's almost like that Starry Night Lexus there. It exists, but we're not happy about it.
Sam, it's called Lexus Vanguard. God, call it by the right name.
Because who wants to talk about some of the happenings in the modern day that I happen to drag back to 1942 with me?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Because this is something that's been making the rounds, and fuck, we should talk about it because, Jesus Christ, has it ever been making the rounds?
Wait, this is from our special correspondent, isn't it, Polly?
Which one?
At least two of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, Reaper sent this to me, and Gulf City Alamo sent this to me, and I've just been like deluge. The first person to send it to me though was Reaper. It's a Geico ordered to pay $5.2 million to a woman who contracted an STD during sex in an insured vehicle, I think, but that's fine. But it's okay. Asha Gilbert, who totally looks like she's sane, wrote this, so it's fine. Come on. Control plus. There we go. Make it bigger. That's all I wanted.
Yay!
Yeah. Close.
What,
Zoom
so
in
what
and
was
ahead.
the STD she got?
HPV, I believe.
Yeah, HP.
Was it?
I was hoping she activated the gonorrhea.
She's contracted a case of SUV.
You know the part that I don't like about this the most? They put her under like an assumed name, as you would do to protect the names of the whoever in court filings, and the names are under MO, and it happened in a Missouri Court of Appeals. Really? It's like somebody in Massachusetts being going under MA. Someone from Virginia's VA. That's just weak. You didn't think I noticed that?
Oh, is MO the state?
That's Missouri. Yeah. On Tuesday, the Missouri Court of Appeals.
Why O?
Because there's an O in Missouri.
Yes, Ori.
Okay.
Because MI's taken. Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Then what does Montana have?
And then, isn't it?
No, just M. It's the land of 8 people. They only need 1 letter. I'm kidding. I love Montana. It's a joke. It's a joke. Fuck.
Well, I don't fucking know what the states are abbreviated as. All I know is Washington, really, and then like.
You only
Virginia.
know Washington because it's the same as Western Australia.
Yes.
Don't be acting knowledgeable and shit.
It caused me so much confusion as a child. You have no idea. Like legit, like you have no fucking idea. I'd read something, it's like, oh look, it's Western Australia. No, this is American. It's Washington again. God damn it. Fucking Washington.
Also, I'm special in the head. It's MT for Montana.
It's MT. Okay.
MT. Okay.
All right, so let's hear what happened. She alleged Mo here, Mo. Let's just call her Mo. Alleged that she contracted HPV during a sexual encounter in an insured vehicle. In 2017, HPV or human HPV.
Papilloma.
Papillovirus.
Papillomavirus. Yeah, papilloma. Yeah, I had it right once. Can't say it again. Fuck this.
Did you see? I just went with HPV. You guys should have took the path of least resistance like I did.
I wanted to try. Okay.
It's fine. Insured negligently caused or contributed to the cause of Mo's to be infected with HPV by not taking proper precautions and neglecting to inform and or disclose his diagnosis, despite, quote, having knowledge of his condition, the opinion wrote. So therefore, in a car that's insured, I'm just amazed that it covers disease. I'm
just amazed that she got away, like, she got to do this, all while claiming, admitting, yeah, I kind of knew he had this.
See, I thought about it after the fact, and it's like, okay, wait a minute. I had Omicron, and I'm fairly certain that I got it from this woman. So I go with a lady friend, and she's coughing, and I'm in her car. Does that mean I can hit up her insurance company for money because I got Omicron because of her?
That's precedent.
For fuck's sake. I mean, that ruined a solid 36 hours of my life.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Polly. Do it.
You should have your day in court.
Damn right.
I mean, living wage, what, $30 an hour? Let's fucking go.
Mo asserted her then boyfriend's car insurance policy covered her injuries and losses in a claim in 2021. Geico turned down her claim, and she took the matters to an arbitrator who found that the insured, quote, negligently infected Mo with HPV and awarded her $5.2 million in damages. She then filed the motion with the trial court, who ruled in her favor and confirmed the judgment of $5.2 million for past damages for, quote, past and future medical expenses, as well as past and future mental and physical pain and suffering. I mean, I don't know HPV. Like, is it penicillin and you're done? Is this herpes, lifelong scabs? What's the deal?
I can't. I sometimes.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I sometimes get it mixed up with hepatitis, and I can't remember whether it's like it just doesn't really affect dudes, but really fucks with women or not. There's one of them that's like
HPV.
I mean, what a horrible precedent.
I regret this.
What a horrible precedent. Who hasn't fucked in a car? This is Jesus Christ, insurance prices are already high enough. They're not going to just fucking eat it. Everybody says that, oh, the insurance company has to eat it. No, they pass it along in the form of premiums to their other customers, man. We're subsidizing retardation here.
According to... Sorry, hold on. Let me find this in chat.
All right.
Sinatra says it's because the... Sinatra says it's because the insurance company didn't go to court.
Well, it says Geico. Yeah, okay, that's interesting because it says Geico appealed the judgment, claiming they were not giving meaningful opportunity to defend its interests. They didn't show up, assuming that there was no fight to be had. But Geico did have the opportunity to participate and defend its interests, including the ability to challenge liability and damages by entering a defense of the insured. The appeals court opinion said. It's like y'all did have the opportunity, and they didn't go, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, they didn't take the claim seriously. Is clearly what happened.
I don't understand.
They ignored the court summons.
Insurance, like home insurance, for example, right, doesn't cover so-called acts of God. It doesn't cover terrorism. It doesn't cover it doesn't cover floods. You have to get separate insurance for floods. Okay, if you're flooding pus from your fucking genitals because of some fucking scumbag you fucked, why should you get money from his car insurer? Forgive me, ladies, for speaking so bluntly, but I'm trying to make a point here.
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, if she pursues him for damages, she's never going to get the fucking money, is she?
No, it's not him. It's the insurance company she's going after. So the insurance company, insurance company's going to pay out in the settlement.
Yeah, if she'd gone after him, is what I'm saying.
Right.
You know, he's clearly a scumbag.
And again, comes down to the precedent, right? It's like you meet up with somebody that you met on an online dating service. Okay. She says, oh, I will meet you at the corner of such and such and such and such, and then we can get together. I'll be wearing like a red shirt or whatever the fuck, right? And you see, oh, there's a lady with a red shirt. And she gets in the car, and then you go, damn, you fat bitch. How long ago was that picture taken that you put up on whatever the fuck social media site we met? And then, she sues you for like emotional distress and need for therapy and whatever because your car's insured. It's like, I just called the bitch fat. She was fat. I felt the fucking car lean to the right when she got in. I mean... This is a terrible precedent, Sam.
Have you got bubble windows on your car, Polly? Is that what have you got prescription windows on your car? I'm pretty sure you'd see that before she got in. Come on.
I'm just making a point. Like, how far does car insurance go? I can't believe it covered this shit.
Oh, Polly driving down the fucking road with his prescription windscreen and someone coming the other way. Look at the size of that Otter's head!
No, it would be the other way around. Like, oh my God, this is the thinnest town I've ever met. Is there any food here?
Oh my God.
God, the transdimensional repositionator broke again. I must be in Ethiopia.
Prescription windshield. Now, that raises an interesting question. For people that need like glasses, why don't they have prescription windshields?
Because the sun is a thing, Polly. And
it would be like burning ants. We don't want Farley to wear glasses at home and then suddenly bursting into flames when she hits the highway. It's a good call. Good call.
Park up in a fucking superstore parking lot or some shit. The sun hits at the right angle and the entire rear end of the car ends up fucking melting into the...
Yeah. Far sits out of the car. I think I feel something a little warm on my chest. Boosh. No one wants that far. We don't want you igniting.
No.
Well, that's great. Thank you.
Wait a minute. I got a donation sitting here, but nothing happened on screen. Or maybe it did, and I just didn't pay attention.
I saw it.
Did you?
Yeah, I saw it.
It just came through now.
But there's no sound.
For me. Yeah, it's
I heard
not
it.
sound for me either.
Okay.
You heard it, but Sam and I didn't. What am I doing wrong? Let me think about this for a second.
You know what? I probably.
Oh, I know what I did. Wait, no, it's my fault. I know what I did wrong. Got it. Figured it out. Problem solved. If there aren't audio problems, it's not a poly stream. Serpent21, thank you for the $2. Serpent listening to Rudiger talk Weibo legs. When the slip dropped animations and the bar tipped Rudiger and Noir Bar at YouTube.
All right.
Okay, listen, hold on. Serpent21 is not a fool. Let me just read this over again. Okay, it's got to be me. Serpent listening to Rudiger talk Weibo legs when the slip dropped animations and the bar tipped Rudiger and Noir Bar at YouTube.
Nah, it's still not making sense.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Okay. You guys are sober. I'm not, so I'm trusting you that it's.
Yeah, no, I'm still not understanding.
So yeah, that's what happened with the thing with the lady and her STD cases on.
Her STD.
What's that?
And her STD.
And her STD, yes.
And you, buddy.
Yeah. I don't like this map when they do this. It's like, oh, look at the bags. It's like they're not nearly that big. Don't do that. There's not giant.
There's a fucking giant gonorrhea floating over New York City.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm okay with the giant chlamydia floating over fucking part of California over here. I don't like that it's stretching across the state. It's even touching Nevada there a little bit, I think. But I'm not okay with that. But
I think most people in the country would be okay with it.
Yeah, the pus leaking disease that can't be cured. Now, why would that bring California to mind? I don't know.
Come on, everybody chill. Let's have a round of applause for the clap.
Oh yeah, since I bet the policy changed instantly. Yeah, to not cover promiscuously procured maladies. Well, they could use the phrase "act of God" to describe lightning. Like, I mean, yeah. But in any case,
longer covering dick shift.
Yeah. Oh man, we got. Okay. So, something else from Gull City, Alamo. Thank you, Alamo. You're the man doing the Lord's work out there. Two rescued after falling into an M&M Mars factory chocolate tank.
Oh God.
Oh, is this some Willy Wonka shit?
I was about to say, Augustus Gloop strikes again.
Haha.
There we go. See, sound. I did discover the problem. Nice. Server 21, thank you for the $1. I guess I'm not good at speaking Tamarian, or you haven't watched Darmok in a while. Oh, is this a Darmok enchilada Tanagra type thing? Gotcha. Do either of you have any idea what we're talking about?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm checking to make sure I've taken my medication now, though.
See, we could actually go back. That was an interesting moment in time. See, Sam said no, and then Far said what she says. And we've got them back to back. One with one syllable and then one with three. It was great.
My God.
Oh my God. She's regretting showing up tonight. I'm in a hotel room, Polly. I'm trying to. There was an episode of Star Trek Next Generation where Captain Picard ends up, I won't run through the whole story. He ends up on a planet alone with another ship's captain, and the captain is speaking of what he perceives as gibberish. Even though the universal translator is translating in English, it still comes along as gibberish. And one of the lines that gets repeated again and again is Darmok enchilada Tanagra. He doesn't get it. It turns out in the end, it's really a cool episode. Their entire language is based in metaphor. That's how they speak. When you talk about Darmok enchilada Tanagra, it's an ancient epic of two heroes fighting a monster. And he's trying to tell Picard that there's an alien monster on the planet. He's trying to warn him. And they become great friends afterwards. And so it's to cite example. That's how their mind works. And so that's how their language works. It's all based in mythology.
Like almost like the stereotypical sort of like West Indian naming convention. Runs with wolves, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
A great example that's given is like, and we can't understand it because we have to know their mythology to be able to understand it. The words are fucking meaningless outside of that because if you don't know the reference, it would be like saying Juliet on her balcony. If you don't know who Juliet is or why she's on her balcony, that doesn't make any sense. What you're doing is referencing, damn, that boy hot, not thinking about him.
Wistful attent of one's romantic partner.
Yes. You had to outdo me, didn't you? Didn't you?
I didn't have to, but I did.
Erotic contemplations of one's wished paramour.
That just sounds dirty.
It was meant to. See, I mean, it's sexy. And then he got killed. Yeah, thanks, Molly. Way to... Jeez, I was trying not to spoil it, but fine. It's just...
I was going to say, isn't that like, 50% of the female population's fantasy? He was really hot, and then he died.
Okay, Okay, so let's find out. Speaking of people dying, I guess the story's ruined. 2 rescued. It's just 2 in life-threatening danger after falling into chocolate tank. You know, let's like make it exciting. I mean, you're news entertainers.
Well, it already is.
Well,
look, it's Willy Wonka shit.
Yeah. A Lancaster County 911 supervisor said the first victim was extracted from the tank at 3:10 p.m. and the second by 3:25 after both fell into the tank. That's a shitty sentence. Sam, am I right? You're an English major.
Oh God, yeah.
He was extracted. Extricated from the tank. So-and-so was extricated from the tank. So-and-so was extricated after they both fell into the tank. This is what we call repetitious writing. We're watching his criticism of Lindsay Ellis's writing the other day, and it like 3 days ago, and it's a demonstration of how she doesn't have an editor. That's kind of the point that they were making, that this seems very rough, very first drafty, but with her belief in her own writing skill, just put it to print. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And there's one line that reads, Lucy asked if she could ask a question, she asked.
Oh my God.
Oh.
And it's like, yeah, that's how you get.
That's terrible.
Right.
You know what the suicide rate is for English majors?
I'm guessing very high.
Too damn high.
I just had a flashback to a Bret Easton Ellis book, which I often do. My favorite one, Rules of Attraction, and the person was just describing how bad it was at this small college in the middle of nowhere, this liberal arts college. And he goes, I'm looking around the room. The second hand isn't moving on the clock. I don't know if it's me or the clock. I looked, which is a funny line in and of itself. It's like, I looked down. Someone's carved into the desk. Most liberal arts majors drive taxis. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh God, that's more bleak than even I thought.
Okay, so they're extricated from the tank. The condition of both victims is unknown at this time, as they've taken a lungful of chocolate. But both were taken to area hospitals. Authorities were called to help cut a hole into the tank to assist the rescue. You mean there was a chocolate flood?
Sweet.
Oh no.
The occupational safety and health, English, my first and only language, I swear. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration is investigating the incident. A Mars Wrigley spokesperson said they were managing the situation and are, quote, extremely grateful for the quick work of the first responders. We call them chocolatiers. It's unclear if the tank was empty or contained chocolate at the time of the rescue. Oh, you ruined it!
Oh, I was going to make a pun about their lungs being chock full.
Oh.
That's so lame. I mean, you were good to, smart, I should say, to leave it to the end. It's unclear. Because, I mean, we all thought about them swimming in liquid chocolate, am I right? Trying to stay above water, treading chocolate for an hour, going, help! I think. Hold on. Yeah, it just...
No, it's okay, guys. I'm fine. It's tasty here.
No, it wouldn't be, because it's molten chocolate, so that shit's hot.
Yeah? Oh, you're right.
Not really, though. There's the chocolate fountains. Those things aren't, red hot, right?
Yeah, but that's...
Or maybe they are, and they're hoping the wedding guests will scorch themselves. I don't know.
Exactly. It's like, here, have this, and then fuck off to the hospital.
I mean,
it's not a wedding if you don't have a burnt mouth by the end of it.
Have you ever heard someone say my hot chocolate's cold? That had to have happened somewhere.
Yes.
What?
I've been drinking, Sam. Drinking. It's alcohol.
I mean, hot chocolate turns cold.
Right.
Probably.
Well, this is what I'm saying. But imagine the fun of hearing someone say that. And Sam got it. It's a little odd of a statement. Shit, my hot chocolate's cold. Like, wait, no.
So hold on, though. Hold on. Does that mean that it's just chocolate? Or does it surpass the point of simply being chocolate, ostensibly room temperature?
Uh-huh.
And does it then become colder than room temperature, ergo it is now cold chocolate?
It's just chocolate milk at that point, wouldn't it be?
Pretty well.
And if we're going off of temperature descriptors, it would be lukewarm chocolate milk. And no one wants to...
Tepid.
Tepid chocolate milk.
my god.
And plus, it doesn't taste very good.
Sounding worse and worse.
It's turgid. My tepid turgid, formerly hot chocolate. Like it just.
Yeah, this is sounding no good. This is no good. I hate everything about this.
Molly Okami chocolate fountains are something more like magic shell chocolate that has a low melting point. Oh, I love that shit. You guys ever use that shit?
No.
Yeah, the children. What the stuff?
Were you just about to say children enjoy? Were you just about to say that?
No. I'm like,
okay.
just like pausing that. Like, is that stuff you put over ice cream?
Yeah, it's like the stuff they dip cones in at Dairy Queen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that stuff's great fun. You pour it over like ice cream or gelato or whatever the fuck you want. I personally pour it over anything I want. The fucking sorbet, sherbet. Sherbet, Sam.
Shit, you're so badass.
Yes, sherbet. No, I've had like a chocolate sauce that was liquid in the bottle, and then when you poured it over ice cream, it solidified. That shit was good.
Yeah,
that was nice.
Yeah.
Ew. What do you mean, ew? No, it's good. It's good. It's liquid chocolate. As soon as it hits something cold, becomes like a shell, so you can like whack it with your spoon and it crackles, and then you get to eat all the chocolate crackles. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And you can whip it whilst it's still room temperature as well, and put bubbles in it so that when it solidifies, it's all bubbly and wonderful.
Really?
Yeah.
What, you can do that?
Yeah, you know like the cappuccino whisks that you can get, where it's basically like a wand with a very, very fine whisk head on the end.
Yeah.
Use that.
That's something I'm wondering if
that's
something I've been meaning to get for a long time as a true proper bar whisk, and I'm wondering if Sinatra has one because he's got like all the bar tools, right? It just looks like a long stick with a small little wire ball at the bottom. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Hyper mini whisk. Yeah, I need to get one of those. It's for bar shit. You know, I have a complete bar setup, like full bar setup, bar mat, the mixer, the shaker, the martini pour, you know, all of the devices and everything. And I do mean everything has Hennessy on it. It's all swag the Hennessy guy gave me.
Nice.
Yeah, well, yeah, which I'm okay with because it could be worse. The swag from the Veuve Clicquot person, it's all orange, and I mean bright orange because their label is bright orange for Veuve Clicquot, right? It's like, yeah, I'm glad I went with the Hennessy. Everything is like dark brown and black and gold because those are their colors. And if you'll notice, dark brown, black, gold. See, I like it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
you know I do, says Sin. Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. It's
oh. Now I want some whipped chocolate that's solid on ice cream. Damn it!
Really? I want a martini.
I'm a victim of capitalism. Anyway, moving on from chocolat placide.
Yeah. We did the Geico, we did the thing, and okay, let's go to some stories that Far found while she was bored and in the car.
Oh, God.
I was told that was the origin of them. Where's the thing? There it is. I'm gonna have to extenuate. Hold on. There we go. Self-charging battery generates electricity from moisture in the air. We're getting closer, gentlemen and lady.
I can't wait for the Thunderfoot video on this.
Yeah, and what a total fucking fraud it is. Yeah, out work, and it's like, no, of course it doesn't. We need to go with fossil fuels and nuclear power. I say it real slow now, so no one can go, you're saying it wrong. It's just, yeah. So I didn't understand for years until I finally asked someone. I said, so let me see if I get this straight. New as in not old, and then clear as in not foggy. Nuclear. And they're like, yes. I'm like, score. Now I know how to say it. It was, yeah. Because apparently I've been saying it wrong.
Don't be tempted to say nuclear. Because that's fucking annoying too.
But
nuclear.
It's so slight. It's like the way Irate Alex comes down on me for Craig. He's like, you're saying Craig, and it's Craig. And I'm like, you're saying the same thing twice, man. Yeah, you're saying ketchup all wrong. It's not ketchup, it's ketchup. And apparently the difference is catch-up versus ketchup. And I'm like, man, y'all beef over some really slight shit. Like, we've got a lady here who says no with 4 syllables. I mean...
Oh, fuck.
I'm a paint you a picture, Polly. All right. Thought experiment for well. I've done experiment for you. Say egg.
Egg.
Now say ale.
Ale.
That's the difference.
Egg and ale.
Yeah.
So it's Craig and Crag?
Craig.
Yeah.
Versus Craig.
Craig sounds like somebody who doesn't really want to say the person's name. They don't like them. You know that guy? Which one? Craig.
Craig.
Yeah, saying it real snotty like,
Craig, you sick fuck.
Who are you bringing on your stream tonight? FarZoosme. Like, it sounds like you're being snotty with the person's name,
Oh. See, I still that brings me back to the whole because with the way the capitalization is in FarZoosme, it's my brain still wants me to say FarZoosme. FarZoosme.
Mr. Pickman says word police are lame. It depends. There's some words that. Okay, Inquisitor and I have had this long-going thing with pronunciation versus pronunciation. And he insisted his pronunciation, and I insist to him that it's regional. Even within the United States, it's regional. You know what I mean? And he's like, no, it's not, man. It's pronunciation. Everyone else says different. It's wrong. And I say pronunciation because you pronounce something. You don't pronounce it.
I am drunk. So drunk. I can't
mind. This is the same guy that insists it's cosplay.
He does insist it's, yeah. And I listened to the half-hour argument between you two going to Japanese English dictionaries, taking it so far to demonstrate which one it was. It's a costume, therefore it's cosplay. That was my fucking take. I
stand by my stance on it. I'm right.
Real quick, Servant 21, thank you for the $2. Nuclear power. Now say foliage. Ah, The Simpsons. You were so good once before you became a propaganda machine. How right you are. Oh, God, remember the squad chasing then President Trump?
Oh, I don't want to remember that.
They did that.
Why would you do that? I know.
And did it as a musical number. We're going to chase you down with your tiny hands and the blah, blah. Like, it was, this is so bad. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
No one's even going to know what the fuck you're talking about or doing in 6 months. This is...
Well, like, in like 10 years.
Yeah.
And, like...
I just appreciate the not so subtle irony of a group of self-espoused feminists attacking someone over their physical appearance.
That is a solid point. Fucking hell.
It's always tickled me.
Gogh says it's like, nah, probably Inquisitor was correct. Well, okay.
About what? If you're gonna say he's right about cosplay?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that thing. Now I don't know if Gokata's just shitposted by saying that, but then I had to shitpost. I was the one who brought it. I said, okay, well, Razorfist, who speaks Japanese fluently, says it's cosplay. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, he's also wrong. Just what the fuck, man? I don't even know how you get that.
I don't.
They have an O and an O sound in Japanese. They have a sa and a za as well as a sha sound in Japanese. They can absolutely say cosplay. They absolutely can say that.
Cosplay.
Okay, Gabriel says,
cosplay.
wait, are you adding an extra O to pronunciation? She asks. And it's it's like, yes, I am. Because that is the core, the crux, if you will, of Quiz's argument. It's look at the way it's spelled. It's N-U-N. Therefore, it's pronunciation. And my response to that is, I don't care how it's spelled, because you're not worried about the elephant that's charging you, nor the knife you dropped on your knee. I don't give a fuck. If we pronounce something, then it's pronunciation. I'm not giving up. It's irrational. I don't care. It's...
Isn't it all just the emphasis on the wrong syllable?
Yeah.
En joie. Anyway.
Moving along. Wait a minute. Did we have something about batteries that didn't work or something? Yeah, we did. Okay.
Oh, but no, I think you mean batteries.
Batteries?
Also, are they batteries or are they cells? I'm so fucking sick of that one.
Fitness trackers powered by sweat, Bluetooth earphones that run on atmospheric humidity, stick-on insulin sensors fueled by thin air. These are some of the potential applications that have been called self-charging batteries, not cells, Sam, which harvest electrical energy from...
That you're going to say, I thought for a second that you're going to say, like, powered by G Fuel for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why.
So it's like split it down the middle, call it pre-non-suffocation cosplay. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. All right. And Gamer Valine apparently is taking issue with the, I say caramel or caramel. Either one's fine. The only one that's not, the only one that's not fine is Carmel, because that's a mountain in Israel.
Mm-hmm. I honestly don't understand why people say it differently from caramel.
Well,
it's
because
caramel.
it's not a fucking humped desert-dwelling animal. That's why.
And you know what?
Camel, Sam.
Valine, I don't know about the pecan thing. Until someone brought it up, I have actually forgotten how I said it before the thing happened.
Same.
Pecan, fuck you.
Yeah. Third path. I like it. Pecan.
Pecans.
I'll make my own rules.
No, from now on, it's just pecans.
I have legitimately forgotten pecan pie. I guess it's pecan. I don't know if that's southern or
I'm gonna
not.
call them Peckhams out of spite now. Thank you, Sam.
You're very welcome. I've always gone with pecan.
I sword or sword. I really don't like people who say sword. That one bugs me. Irrationally, I admit
people
it.
Say that?
Sword, yeah, absolutely. The same way they say whip.
Yeah. You know one of the ones that really fucks with me when people pronounce it scimitar.
The instrument?
Yeah, scimitar or scythe. It's like, no, it's a scimitar or a scythe. Shut the fuck up.
How often do scimitars come up in your life?
Things.
Yeah.
Infrequently, but there's military hardware called a scimitar, right?
Oh, yeah, there is.
I'm shocked that these people are saying this unironically.
Yeah, and people make fun of me for bringing up the pan flute, and fuck, you're bringing up scimitars and shit. I mean...
Well, I mean, it's in video games as well, right? You know, a curved sword is typically referred to as a scimitar, even though
that's true.
Aren't.
Yeah. All right.
Like most of the time.
Sword.
Enchant my sword.
God, I hate people sometimes.
Sometimes.
I'm looking for the line there. I can read it like it's an ad.
Where does the power come from?
Yeah. Where does the power come from? Batteries that charge themselves may seem like an impossible idea, like flying by lifting yourself up by the soles of your own shoes. But wait, there's more. For our company has come up with something that powers your cell phone by your own sense of self-satisfaction. SJWs may never need power again. In fact, if we get enough of them together, we'll solve the energy crisis entirely. His team co-authored a paper describing a new graphene oxide, MEGS, which was published in the Journal of Nanoenergy in April. MEGS, he says, work by separating positively and negatively charged particles, often the way that most batteries work, if you didn't know. If we can have more protons on one side than on the other, that is an ion gradient. And you can generate voltage and current. Yeah.
Yes,
all right.
That is the basic principle of Shut up.
Thank you, Evolve Potato, for the $5. Just listen to what Far says on how things are pronounced because she speaks the Australian dialect, and that's the superior version. And that's a scientific fact. And you don't want to be anti-science, do you?
No.
Well, science is a social construct, so I reject it.
Fuck you, I'm right.
Oh, sweet. We haven't had a... It's not a baffling science article, but we haven't had a good science article in a while. But
Hydrons.
Yeah, but where do the hydrons come from? Middle Earth. They come from the air, from water vapor. Professor Chu and his team developed a way of printing very thin layers of graphene oxide nanomaterial. One property of this material is that it's water-loving, or hydrophilic. Airborne water molecules easily bond with the surface. On the surface, the water, or H2O, breaks up, releasing hydrons.
The only thing I knew for sure was this. Every son of a bitch that worked for me.
Explain to me how the H2O breaks up on the surface. That's the interesting part.
Apparently, Gamer Valine wants Professor Chu and his whole team dead. They're better off dead. Gamer Valine, thank you for the $9. Nah, I wasn't getting shitty. I'm the one that told you about having to tell my guy that there's a second A in caramel. Caramel. That was fun, and he still insists that I'm wrong. No, he's wrong.
It's caramel.
Yeah.
You
Or
tell him
caramello, depending on where you are.
you tell him from me, Valine. It's actually caramel.
That sounds even more like camel than what I say.
You're a shitposty person, Valine. Just, whenever he says caramel, just go burnt sugar wet. And just get, by the time you've done it 3-4 times, yeah. It's like the Sheminiscent thing. She ran from the kitchen with her ears covered after 2 sayings. For those of you who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
That is legendary.
Yeah.
That was fucking legendary.
I'm making French toast, right? I'm mixing the eggs in the bowl with a fork. I'm just whipping them up. And I said, can you pass the Sheminiscent? And she said, the what? And I said, the Selenimin. But she's just like looking at me with these big eyes, and she just puts her hands over her ears and walks out of the kitchen and said, "You're driving me crazy." It was great. It was great. I laughed my ass off.
That you did the nice cake thing too?
No, that was a different one.
Oh, damn.
You know how hard it was to get the batter off the ceiling?
I can imagine.
Did you ever hear that story, Sam? Is this making any sense to you at all?
No, I'm kind of just rolling with it. I mean, the batter on the ceiling thing. I mean, yeah.
Oh god.
Okay, so
nice cake is also legendary.
My at the time girlfriend was in the kitchen, and she was focused upon what she was doing, which was making a cake. Okay, so she's got all of her bowls and her vanilla extract, all the stuff out that you need, because she's making it from scratch, not from a box, right? So she's got her cake flour and all this stuff, and she's really focused on getting rid of the lumps. So she's got a spatula, she's crushing, and she's doing the thing, and she's got the bowl in her arm, like under cradled in the crook of her arm, you know what I'm talking about? And she's pushing the spatula, so she's really focused, making sure that there's no lumps, because she's doing a multi-layer cake and wants it to be perfect. She told me this before, and I'm hearing the whip noise, and I'm like, I come into the kitchen. I was just gonna get a drink. That's all I was there for. But I decided, I'm kind of an asshole by nature. So she's making a noise so she can't hear me, and I'm wearing sneakers, so I was sneaky. So I walked up behind her, and I mean right behind her, and leaned in beside her ear and went, "Nice cake." And she went, "Ah!" Like she screamed. The bowl flew, the spatula flew, batter hit everything. It went across the ceiling. She grabbed me like I didn't have lapels, but grabbed me by the lapels of the shirt. What's wrong with you? That's not funny. Because I'm laughing my ass off. This is half of why she's so mad. Because all I said was, "Nice cake." Which, out of context is extremely creepy. Something Pennywise might come up with,
I was getting Heath Ledger's Joker vibes, frankly, but yeah.
So let it be known, gentlemen out there who are looking to, engage with playful banter with your lady friends. You needn't enjoy bringing cusses or anything. Everyday statements can be weird as long as you pick the right context in which to do them.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice cake.
Yeah. Or, complimenting their buns. You can get you in a lot of trouble.
And I mean it, because she went, "Ah!" She had the spatula in her right hand, so when she threw it, there was a direct splatter of, white cake batter that went across the ceiling, and the ceiling had that spray-on soft stucco stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about?
God.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was, yeah. Guess whose job it was to get that shit off the ceiling? Hers. It was housework. Yeah. I legitimately said, I didn't throw the cake everywhere. It's just you made me. I said, I didn't put a gun to your head, throw the cake or you're dead.
you just told her nice cake.
Yeah, I was being complimentary. I had no ulterior motive whatsoever, I swear. All right, moving along.
I just wanted to tell her about her nice cake.
Yeah. Micrometeoroid strikes NASA's James Webb. Oh, no.
Oh.
Micrometeoroid strikes NASA's James Webb Space Telescope. What is it, damaged? I love that thing. A tiny meteorite struck the newly deployed James Webb in May, knocking one of its gold-plated mirrors out of alignment, but not changing the orbiting observatory schedule to become fully operational shortly. Wait a minute, how old is this? It's not fully operational. Oh, this is recent. A little space rock hit the 10 billion or 13.9 fake billion telescope sometime late May and left a small but noticeable effect in the telescope's data. NASA said in a statement, adding that it was the fifth and largest hit to the telescope since its December launch. Fuck, there's a lot of shit up there.
There really is. To be honest with you, if that's the fifth, it's really impressive that it's still on track to become operational, at all. You've not got to go back very far to sort of see that, it turns out it's really difficult to get stuff into space and operational up there.
Right?
There's a lot of shit that can go wrong.
Thorough analysis and measurements are ongoing. I'll bet. Engineers have begun a delicate readjustment, I will bet, on the impacted mirror segment to help, quote, cancel out the portion of the distortion caused by the micrometeoroid.
I like that.
Look at
portion
that.
of distortion.
Yeah, look at that. That is fucking gorgeous. Yeah, we're big fans of space shit here at Noir Bar. Yeah, Far and I dig the spaceisms.
Still waiting for that moon landing, but
soon enough. Mr. Pickman's just like, okay. I picture him like, grabbing his chest, going, okay. You know what I mean? It's fine. It's fine.
Down. Disaster averted.
Webb parked itself in a solar orbit, roughly 1.6 kilometers, however you want to say it, from Earth in January. 1.6 million clicks in January, and is expected to yield its first full color images of the cosmos in July. The recent impact caused no changes. Nice. Impact larger than was modeled. Look. Okay, didn't realize it was. I thought that those plates were much smaller and thinner, honestly. I thought they were almost gold foil-like, which probably wouldn't have been a good idea considering how much crap there is up there.
They do use gold foil for an awful lot of things, though.
Webb's mirror was engineered to withstand bombardment with dust-sized particles flying at extreme velocities in space, but the most recent impact was larger than was modeled and beyond what the team could have tested on the ground. The space telescope managed by NASA is regarded as the most powerful space-based. We'll be able to see all sorts of really cool shit, right? Engineers designed a telescope to withstand occasional impacts from micrometeoroids, tiny space rocks traveling at ultra-fast speeds during predicted meteor showers. Right, there are 2 a year, which I have yet to catch my whole life. I've been meaning to.
Yep.
You too?
Yeah.
They happen twice a year. The Leonids or whatever, and I forget the other name. And I miss them every year. One year I was set. I have fucking lawn chairs, like the good ones, not the shitty ones. The ones where you sit real deep in them and they got the cup holder in the arm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. And I'm like, we're going to go outside the city. We're going to get away from the light pollution and we're going to do this thing. And she wasn't a big drinker, but I was. And it's like, I don't know. Do you really want to go sit outside? Do you have any mosquitoes that are going to be out there? And blah, blah, blah. And it's like...
Bitch, it's space shit.
Yeah. It's like we're gonna go. We're gonna go look at a literal meteor. How many meteor showers have you looked at? I mean, have you ever seen the moon? Have you ever touched grass?
Right.
This is
go outside, touch grass, look at the moon.
This is a privilege I've enjoyed quite a few times actually. I've not even really thought about it, but yeah. I think we spoke about this before actually, Polly. Is when I moved to a city in the UK. Just not seeing stars at night, apart from the very brightest, and the difference between that and rural France where I am now. It was one of my biggest disappointments, frankly, not seeing meteor showers when they happen.
I mean,
Fuck that.
I have seen some sky explosions. You know, the occasional meteor that'll come in and it'll boom light up the sky ever so briefly. Never one of the Russian ones, you know, because everybody in Russia has those fucking dash cams because whatever.
Yeah.
Because I think insurance causes. Somebody said that's the reason.
Something like that.
Yeah, you could
But
reduce
still,
your insurance
God bless
severely.
those Russians.
Yeah, because they get.
God bless those Russians with the dash cams.
Yeah, because you get these major fucking space explosions that, like, and I don't know what it is with Russia and all the fucking meteors exploding because all of a sudden it becomes daylight for a second. It's just
so drunk, I cannot get up.
Super 21, thank you for the $2. Oh, a $10 billion telescope that could have ended homelessness or pay all college debt. Yeah, well, I want it on the Cardassian border to watch the bloody Cardis for O'Brien. Damn right.
Oh, it's bad enough with the Cardassians that we've already got here on Earth. Bastards.
Hold on, shit. What was it called?
Space Kardashians. Are those the alien fish women?
No, I've been challenged by Serpent 21. Hold on. Not intentionally, but I have because I'm a nerd. It's the Midas array. Ha! Yeah, in your face, Serpent 21. The array you're talking about was from the Midas array. It was the episode where Worf was being shifted from reality to reality from different quantum universes. Shut up, Sam.
I never said a word, Captain. Josh Monty in chat rightly points out that the other set of meteors that we frequently see, the meteor showers, are the Perseids.
The Perseids. And is the Leonids right? Is that the other one?
Yes.
Okay, so it's the Leonids and the Perseids. Cool.
Yeah, from respectively, because they, transit.
They're in a big old. Leo? Isn't it just that they're in a big old belt and it's Earth passing through them? That passing through said belt that causes it?
I don't recall. I think it's got something more to do with the interaction of the sun versus Jupiter's gravity.
Okay.
That throws them about. I could be wrong on that though.
Either way, it happens at a predictable time. But the Remler array. I don't know. Hold on. Someone's thrown down the nerd gauntlet here. Let's just
Is that really weak in the wrist?
Remember, it was a space station at Arcadia commanded Starfleet. The station was controlled by the planet Arcadia base and was designed to conduct baryon sweeps of docked starships. Oh, the Remler array. That was a Starship Mine when the terrorists came on board to steal the trilithium resin. Shut up, Sam.
He says, my bad, the Argus array.
The Argus array, right. So the Midas... Oh, the fucking Midas array is the one from Voyager that Barclay was using to contact Voyager off in the Delta Quadrant by bouncing it off of a singularity or whatever. The Midas array is a subspace telescope near Deep Space Nine. So I was wrong. But so was Serpent 21. So I can continue to live with myself. It's fine. I love this fight that I've started that doesn't exist. It's great. It's moving along. Some more space news. NASA is readying to launch rockets from Arnhem Land. Arnhem Land.
I think it is.
But the journey was years in the making. This is so Aussie. I mean, clearly you've taken a 1980s satellite television dish from someone's backyard and called it a space project.
Well, yeah, what would you be doing, Polly?
Oh! Service has been returned. And the ball has caught fire.
It was during the throes of the pandemic's peak in mid-2021. Like everything else in Australia, the nation's space industry had all but grounded. Get it? The space industry grounded. Someone was being clever. Leaving many blueprints for a future stuck in limbo, or worse. Purgatory?
Right. Hell?
Or just straight up hell, yeah. That's okay. Of the latter, the fledgling space startup, which had spent years building the dream to attract commercial space companies to Australia's far north, was on the cusp of financial collapse. I got to tell you, don't use this in your advertising if you're trying to attract investors. So we got a space program. What is that, Pakistan? No, Australia. Oh.
It's a radio telescope, Polly, is what that is. Right? Just a very small one.
I still say it's a stolen 1980 satellite dish from someone's backyard.
What was that fucking movie that Charlie Sheen was in with the aliens? Oh, God, what was it called?
Charlie Sheen with aliens?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm interested to know. I'm probably going to go, oh, fuck terrible. Yeah, but really, it was terrible? That's shocking.
It was so terrible that it was slightly better for it. Oh, Christ. There's someone in chat.
Not do a scary movie or some shit like that.
No. It was a serious, quote unquote serious movie. Someone in chat's bound to know.
I'm curious. The Arrival?
There we go. That's the fucker.
Never even heard of it. From the Cursed Year, 1996.
Yeah, they've got one of there's a whole bunch of scenes that take place where he's like fighting with or trying to evade aliens on a giant radio telescope. And it's in the middle of what looks to be...
I am drunk. So drunk, I cannot get up.
Server21, thank you for the $2. Hey, that Australian satellite looks like V'ger. Polly, I'm going to keep paying you to talk about Shrek. But since it's Australia, maybe it should be for Farscape. I missed that show. Right, yeah. Farscape was cool. V'ger. Anyone? It was Voyager 6 from Star Trek, the slow motion picture when they got to V'ger, when the legendary Captain Kirk got to the front and cleared the schmutz off of its gold plate. It was Voyager. The artificial intelligence planet that encountered the Voyager 6 probe just read it as V'ger because all the other letters were covered up. Because, well, they're hyper-intelligent AI life forms. They can't figure out that schmutz can cover letters. Yeah, it was clever. There never was a Voyager 6 that we know of. See, they launched it secretly. It's like in Star Trek, how they talk about the eugenics wars happened during the 1990s, and it's like, they did. Because it was in 1967 when that episode aired, right?
I have a fucking comment on that, but I've got to keep it to myself. We don't want to get the stream eaten.
I looking good there, Charlie. Oh, shit. Look, the aliens, they look so real. Oh, this is a scary movie. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aw, that's kind of disappointing, actually. I was hoping those really were the aliens.
We'll have to watch it sometime, Polly. It really is one of those B movies. It really fucking is.
Is that Charlie Sheen? Eric's Bad Movies, The Arrival, 1996. Kind of hard to see, but look at that poster. It's so bad.
1996.
Bad year for movies.
A bad year for everything. See, Far and I have discovered after looking into
call it the Cursed Year.
Yeah, not only was Far born then, but also the just this whole plethora of horrible things happened. I mean, both
Port Arthur Massacre.
Yeah. Tupac Shakur was killed.
A lot of murders. A lot of murders.
A fuck ton of murders. It's just and we love watching old commercials from the 70s and 80s because they're great time capsules. You know what I mean? And it seems like every time something horrible happens, it's like in 1996, it's like, my God, like it's not an accident. Something was going on in 96.
Yeah, like
man.
every time.
Yeah.
It just keeps happening. So it's just the cursed year. Everything bad happened in 1996.
Is he doing okay? I haven't seen Charlie since 2.5 Men. Well, he's banging 7-gram rocks. That's still my favorite line he ever said, ever.
Oh, that beats that tiger blood for you, does it?
Yeah, I mean, it does. It totally does. Do you know the size of a 7-gram rock? Like, that's a lot of fucking...
No, I've never seen such a thing in my life.
I am drunk. So drunk, I cannot get up.
Look at all the shirts and shit. Like, you know, like it's not just
my God.
it's not just me. Like banging 7-gram rocks. And there's the legendary time he said it.
Yep.
He's winning. Server21, thank you for the $2. The Eugenic Wars. Movie Bob's Wet Dream. Movie Bob, when the insulin ran out of Tangara.
Okay, that one I got.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, that would be his wet dream, wouldn't it? Eugenics Wars.
I
Jesus.
don't want to think about Movie Bob being wet in any context.
Do you think if I look up 7-gram
That is
crack rock, I'll be able to
fair
find
enough.
an image of it?
Probably.
Yeah, there it is. I guess.
Well, there's 12.3. I'm assuming that's grams. That might be in anything.
Fuck.
Fuck, that's... If your mouth is watering, seek help.
My mouth isn't watering, but my nose is running.
Yeah.
For office, of course.
Gamer Valine, thank you for the $2. The next meteor shower peaks July 28th to 29th. The Perseids will be August 11th to 13th. Actually, thank you for saying that. Good. Now we know. So guys, July 28th and 29th. I just grabbed my phone to put it in. July 28th, 29th, and the Perseids will be August 11th to 13th. But July is the closest one, 28th, 29th. I'm actually putting that in my calendar. What? This is
Yeah, go check out the other kind of...
I'm not joking.
Everyone should. People, go check out the second best kind of space rocks.
Let me see. Event name.
Was the first best kind.
They're on screen.
Leonids. Yeah, the second best kind of space rocks. You guys you're terrible people.
It took him a second.
Well, I was typing at the time. I was typing Leonid shower, and then it just... I heard the words, but it took a second to register, and I was like, oh, shit.
I love how your brain basically works like a computer that's like, its RAM's been overloaded, so you get there eventually. But you do one thing at a time. It's brilliant.
Hold on,
like
I'm processing. And got there. Single thread processing. What do you want from me, okay? It's
Laugh.dll loaded. Executing.
So here we go. There we go. 2.68 grams. Look at the size of the fucking rock.
Yeah, that is huge.
Yeah, so that guy was banging grapefruit-sized rocks. Like, okay, well done, Charlie. Well done. You done your dad proud. Remember when I showed the video, like it was a couple of Noir Bars ago, of Apocalypse Now, of Martin Sheen, his father, drunk as fuck when he punches the mirror, like live action, and cut his fucking hand up and fell over the bed and then pulled his underwear off, and that was all live. He was just drunk, and Francis Ford Coppola was just filming, man, going, okay, now start doing some karate moves. And he did, and ended up punching the mirror because he was loaded out of his mind. Sheen had a heart attack during that film because of his drug use and alcohol use. And he did. He actually had a fucking heart attack. They took him to the hospital, and then it's like, okay, you had a cardiac incident, but it's not really, you should get some rest. He's like, hell no, I'm going back to the set. And now Martin is looking at his son going, what's with you and your drug problems, son? Like, it's...
I learned it from you, Dad.
I learned it by watching you. Oh my God, it works. Like, it actually happened.
Yeah.
I could make a video out of that. I should. That opening clip of him falling over, banging 7-gram rocks, and then it cuts to, I learned by watching you. Fuck it, I'll do it. There's nothing but trash up on my channel anyway. It's fine. It's... 1 day before? No, I think I need 2 days before. 2.
What's 7 grams in what's 7 grams in colonial measurements?
There's what, 14.3 grams in an ounce? I don't remember.
No, an eighth of an ounce is 3.5 grams, give or take. So it would be
yeah, and a quarter 7.5 is 14, and a full is 28. Druggy.
Shut up. What? It's a frame of reference.
Yeah, and how did I know those numbers so quickly? Well, I don't know. I just
Takes what? Fucking no one, Polly.
I'll take a QP. What's that? Never mind.
come on.
Never you
Come on,
mind.
everybody's smoked a little bit of the green. Everybody's. I went to college. Fuck you.
1 ounce equals 28.345. Oh my God. They've been screwing us over by 0.3495 grams this whole time, Sam.
Oh, they've been fucking worse than that. I remember perfectly legally obtaining what was supposed to be an 8, and it came out being like 2.2. I took that shit back.
Mhm.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Look at this, guys. Okay, let me just. Oh, okay. So I just typed in 7-gram crack rock to see if it would show a picture, right? But look at the hits that came up. 7-gram crack cocaine rock at cocaine usage signs, and they've actually got a page just dedicated to that. And then on Quora, how much does a 7-gram rock cost? Because somebody wants to buy it to try what Sheen did. What did Charlie Sheen mean when he used the phrase "banging 7-gram"? I'd be glad you don't know.
So innocent. What is he
Oh my
talking about?
God.
Mother, I did not understand this particular piece of terminology. Could you
Yeah.
explain it for me?
What is
your father.
what is 7 grams of crack called? I think the guy was like, it's a joke, and they're like, it's a 1/4 ounce, and it's like, yeah, that's the whole point, is that, you know, he hit a 1/4 at one time. The fact that he had ounces of fucking rock, of hard at all on him, tells you a lot. Like, what kind of fucking 3 days were you having planned? A lot. And it involved porn stars. Did you hear the one about
As you do.
Did you hear the one about Denise Richards in the hotel room across the hall when he had the porn star locked up in the bathroom?
No.
And I say, did you hear the one, like, it's like they find the chick across the road? No, that's a story he told that has, like, you know, police blotter information to back it up. That's actually what was going on. His wife, Denise Richards, was across the hall in a hotel room, and he's in his hotel room, and he invited over, I forget the porn star's name, and she was there, and they were doing drugs, and he became violent. She ran into the bathroom, and then he put up, like, the couch against, like, the bathroom door so she couldn't get out. It's like, you're locking yourself in? I'm locking you in too, bitch. Like, it because, you know, he's cracked out, right? Like, it's as you do, you know.
She ran into the bathroom. Was her name Annie by any chance?
What? Are you referencing Smooth Criminal?
I am.
Okay, all right. But he's best.
Are you okay, Annie?
Yeah, Annie, are you okay? He's banging on the door for hours. People didn't understand. He was just thumping out the beat. It was. You know, I was watching a creepy little book done by a guy named Pete. Real chill dude. Good show. Good channel. He's got something like 33,000 subscribers. And it's... He enjoys my channel, and I don't know why. Because when I watch his show, it's like he's last live stream I watched, he was talking about the Nephilim, the giants. That are named in the Bible, and associated mythologies, and what could it mean from the Book of Enoch, and how the symbolism and the layers of symbolism going on in the Book of Enoch. And he's going deep with it, right? He does creepy, sometimes out there, mythological, alien, like stuff on
demonology, that sort of thing.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff along those lines, right? And it's always interesting, and he's a much better reader than I am to be able to do that stuff. Doesn't fumble his words nearly as much. And then he's like, yeah, no, I love Paulie's late night show. Yeah, right. Bagging 7-gram rocks, talking about Annie, are you okay? And we started out with like meteor showers. And it's like, you like this show, man? I just, but it's fine. I'm drunk. It's cool. That's why the show is
He
like
has
this.
taste. That's why he likes it.
I think he's here for you guys. I'm just like the ringleader. You guys want to do a
Polly,
list?
It doesn't matter. Look, we have Polly.
Yes.
We have more taste than Lexus Van Gogh.
We do. But,
Yes.
but it wouldn't be hard.
Look, just think about that for a second, okay?
Hold on, let me see.
Like, we have taste. We are very tasteful here.
Ah, you can't. Fuck What's wrong with you, Epic Privacy Browser? Shift Control T is supposed to reopen closed tabs in like every other browser.
Yeah, no, it's because it's a form of incognito mode. You can't do that in incognito mode in Chrome or private browser mode in Firefox.
Right. And Epic is right. It makes sense. Epic is a Chromium-based browser, but like securitized up the wazoo. And the reason that I use it is for streams is because you have to go to so many different web pages and whatever. You are just bogging your fucking your browser down with cookies galore because so many sites won't run unless you allow all the cookies to run. So you can run no script and you can run ad block, but that will break a fuck ton of sites and you have to allow this and allow that or whatever. And it's like, nah, just run it through Epic. And I found the easier solution, which is that. But unfortunately, it stops me from doing stuff like reopening recently closed tabs. Fuck.
It's nice from the point of view of like, because I've seen a couple of like streamers get into trouble with this before of their autofill. And it'll autofill their personal email or something like that, right?
Oh yeah.
You don't want that showing up on the stream to be like clip out and yada yada yada.
Right.
You know, like
fuck. Good.
Not that we have to worry about your audience because these are all wonderful people.
Yeah,
but,
and everyone knows my name, Rudiger Dubenstein. What's the problem? I live in the town right between New York and LA. You can't miss it. Who wants to do a list? We can do a list.
Sure. Let's do a list.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
So we have choices. We could finish off 33 amazing tree houses you can rent in 2022 because we still haven't finished that. Okay. A must-see 12 exciting things that you can see. What is it? 13 weird roadside attractions you can visit in New York. It's like, okay, all right.
Oh, no, crows. I like that one. 29
petty things people actually did to take revenge on their annoying neighbors. Post-apocalyptic urban scenes, and they're all shithole countries, so we can look at it and go, yeah, I live in a great place. Or 9 weird breads. Or 9 weird drinks. So there's a plethora, a myriad of choices.
Yeah, that's a lot of choice here.
And I'm leaving it all to you because I've contributed to these lists and thus I'm biased.
See, Fake Gamer Cat, I hear you, the pet you one. I kind of want to curate that one first because there's some Reddit like that didn't happen or it ends with like and everyone clapped kind of feeling. I wanna go through it and say even if this one isn't true, this is an awesome idea. Like the one I told you, Sam. Yeah. Look at everyone. The petty one. It's Fake Gamer Cat. You have revealed yourself to be petty. Weird drinks, Molly says. What was the last? What?
Drinks or bread or
what? The last social of your mother's maiden name, Polly. Oh, gotcha. It's 3. The number is 3.
That's a magic number. Moving on.
Petty neighbors. Yeah, like I said, I really want to.
A lot of people are wanting bread.
Yeah, the bread has come up more times than I would have thought. So yeah, let's do weird bread, man. Okay, it looks like trans bread.
Unicorn sweet bread.
Trans bread.
Well, it is unicorn sweet bread.
Guys, tell me this doesn't look like trans bread. Come on, seriously.
It kind of does. But I think it would need to be lighter.
I'll have you know it identifies as cake.
Wow.
Bread's so sweet it's identified as cake.
All right, unicorn sweet bread.
Well, I would eat the unicorn sweet bread. Fuck it.
With Starbucks unicorn frappuccino now a thing of the past, Houston's El Bolillo Bakery is carrying the multicolored touch by putting its own sweet spin on the craze. The Pandria has introduced the pink and blue and purple pan dulce or sweetbread. Oh my God, it looks like a brain. Sweetbread. Is that intentional?
I don't know if that's what they're trying for. I thought it looked a bit like a shell, like a clam shell.
Yeah.
They called it a sweetbread. What do you want from me? And whoever just clinked something. Who was that?
I'm sorry.
I heard it too.
Probably me again.
What are you doing over there?
I'm not really doing anything. I'm actually kind of shocked you're even hearing that.
So am I, considering you've got the crispy turned on.
Yeah. Yeah, that should not be picked up.
Yeah.
I've got standard noise reduction. I don't get the crispy.
Fuck you. I hear your keyboard. Your keyboard in real life must be loud as fuck if I can hear it through suppression.
But mine?
Yeah, yours. And you type impressively fast, by the way. Assuming that you're not just actually, typing gibberish. It's...
Oh, no. 100, 120, 130 word per minute, something like that. I don't know. Can't remember the...
Fuck. Am I the only one that knows that sweetbreads is a nickname for brain?
Yeah, no, that's lost
I
on
did
me.
not know that.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay, hold on. I'm going to prove this just so I don't sound like a fucking cannibal or something. Hold on.
Sweetbread, long pork.
Sweetbreads.
Rain on the brain.
Sweetbread is a culinary... Oh, hold on. Brain. What are sweetbreads? Sweetbreads are also an integral part of our ancestors' diets. They're rich in minerals. See, they don't want to say. What exactly are sweetbreads anyway? For those of you who have never eaten brain... See?
I'm not a zombie.
See, I
Why
know
would I be eating brain?
I know head cheese.
See, look. Sweetbreads. It's just brains, and more brains.
Lovely.
Which raises an interesting question. What's off the menu for you guys? Because I can tell you right away to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Testicles and brains. No. And that's why
brains is a no-go for me.
I will not do the brain. I will not do the testicles. I've tried. I've done liver, like all the various organ meats. A lot of them are quite good. Some of them not so much, but whatever. Sam?
Both sets of balls and spleen. Don't do spleen. Don't like spleen. It just sounds disgusting.
I'm sure it's come up, like in dog food or whatever, but I've never seen spleen like on a menu, part of a recipe, what have you. Maybe in one of the old-timey cookbooks, one of the colonial cookbooks I have, because it just says awful, like OFFAL, awful. And they mean all the things, like you're supposed to chop up, and that would include spleen. What does a spleen do? Release bile?
No, I don't think it does do that. I can't remember offhand if it does.
Felda says, I like brain. Felda says, I'll never eat eyeballs again, though. You know what? Eyeballs is...
Yeah, that's another one.
There's a strong possibility that could make the list, Felda. It's not quite on my short list of only 2 items, but that's an honorary number, because I'm just thinking about it now. Yeah. Eyes. Ugh.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, like I say, both kinds of balls. I've had eyeballs before. No, thank you. Not again. According to the National Health Service of the UK, the spleen has some important functions. It fights invading germs of the blood. The spleen contains infection-fighting white blood cells. It controls the level of blood cells, white blood cells, red blood cells, and platelets. And it filters the blood and removes any old or damaged red blood cells.
Oh, so it's got all sorts of hemostasis things. Interesting. Fuck, it does a lot. Jesus Christ, that's an active little organ.
Yeah.
Huh.
Mind you, let's not even get started on the liver. Jeez.
Yeah, the liver and the kidneys are just shockingly complex and efficient fuckers. I mean, we've watched enough Chubby Emu to see what people do to their kidneys. And
oh, God, yeah.
And he'll start talking about the chemistry of somebody drank 15 energy drinks in whatever short hour period of time, and here's what it did to their kidneys. And he starts explaining the chemistry of all of the things that the kidneys do to cleanse your blood and withdraw this and not withdraw that, and how perfect it is at it. Have you ever seen the size of a dialysis machine? Yeah, one of your kidneys does what that giant honking monster does. So fucking impressive.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. And that's why, you find Chinamen in bathtubs and alleys. What?
In 1942.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft, yes. I was referencing in China. Can you imagine what your black market organ collection market is like there? I don't even want to know.
Oh, God.
That's why we're doing the utopian one next. It'll give you an idea. It's this, not utopian, dystopian. Excuse me. I've been drinking. I've been drinking bourbon and energy drinks. So be stupid faster. Spleen is a solid organ, so it's a filter. Is that the big difference? Like the liver is automatically a filter because it's a solid organ? Huh.
No idea.
Ginger Snap, thank you very much for saying I knew Polly, meaning knew sweetbreads were reference to brain. Because you can't call it, you don't say human meat. You say long pig. And you don't say brains because ain't no one going to eat it. So you say sweetbreads. And you don't say snails. You say escargot. Right? Like,
No, you don't.
You don't?
No, you fucking don't.
No, you don't?
No. Only illiterate, uncultured northerners call them escargot.
What do you call them? Le snail?
Cagouille.
Cagouille.
Yeah.
Well,
you actually said that really well for a first time. Well done.
Agui?
Yeah.
I remember I asked you, what is it that y'all call conch or scungili or whatever?
Calamari.
No. Here we will go to the image picture. And or whelk.
Oh, whelk. Yeah.
What do you call it? In terms of
I don't.
the edible.
I don't actually.
That's not how you spell whelk. A verb, to lose freshness or greenness. My plants have lost their
We've
whelk.
learned a new word.
Yeah.
I have the bulot. Bulot. B-U-L-O-T. Bulot.
That's really close to the fertilized eggs. What do they call it? Balut?
Oh God.
Isn't it? Isn't that what they're called?
It is. It is. Balut.
B-U-L-O-T. Balut. Oh God, there they are. Well, no, they're all okay. Yeah. So, yeah, along those lines, the meat contained within, delicious. It's like a conch shell or a whelk. The Italians, when they, for culinary purposes, it's just chopped up finely and then tossed with like a linguine, and they call it scungili. And it's so much better than you would think, man. It's like little pieces of a squid or octopus. That's what it comes across like. It really tender, very nice. All jokes aside, it's good stuff. All that. Thank you, Gamer Valine. It's WHELK. Okay, that was the problem. Ball Potato, thank you for the $1. I don't think China has a black market for organs since the actual government, the CCP, do it already. So they don't need a black market. Yeah, it's just, you get a letter in the mail saying we need a kidney, and you're like, damn it.
I like that kidney.
Patio furniture. My car go 150 swiftly. Yeah, a little bit of Notorious B.I.G. there. No, neither of you. You cultural Philistines.
I'm sorry.
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
My car go 150 swiftly. It's a line from a famous Notorious B.I.G. song. It's kind of a goofy line if you think about it. It's like, you've already said 150 miles per hour already is swift. You didn't need to repeat it. Oh, that reminded me. It's like another line from Lindsay Ellis's book. The manual car had a stick shift.
Oh, there's some redundancies with her redundancies.
Yeah.
Why would you
actually
need to say
said that.
I would love to know the context of that line.
Well, I mean, okay.
Like,
if I really
why even mention that?
If I really wanted to be super charitable, there is paddle shift.
I guess, but it was taking place in 2007, her book, because it was all about the George W. Bush administration and the Patriot Act, and the main character who is a thinly veiled self-insert falling in love with an alien, first contact. She jammed a lot into a short novel.
What?
Yeah, seriously. I'm not even making that up.
I had no idea she wrote something like that. What the fuck?
Yeah, there's two. She's got more than one book out now.
This is what happens, okay, when women do not get the appropriate levels of satisfaction, all right? They write shit like this. This is what happens when the ladies are unhappy with life, okay?
No, I feel like I feel like it's much more simple than that, Sam. She just can't write.
Yeah. Well, or just needs an editor and more practice. And why not?
She needs a beta reader or 5.
Yeah, well, everyone needs a beta reader when you're starting out. She's got a bunch of beta orbiters, so there's no small amount of possibilities.
Damn it! Beat me to the punch.
Holy fuck.
We're assholes. Well, I'm sorry she brought it on herself. She became a bread tuber. It's decided to go instead of being
Speaking of bread.
Far, we talked about this repeatedly.
Yeah,
Back in the day,
bread.
she did some fun videos. She did occasional good crack.
She did.
There was some insight in there, nice editing, and then decided that everything had to be about Disney films and the gay coding and the problematic racism within them.
Yeah, like she had some like quality stuff. Like that one gif that constantly still gets used of the hot dogs on the face. Like, come on, she was a shit poster back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, the
like,
hot dogs in the face.
Yeah.
I still remember that was from her Labyrinth video with the bulge that what's his name had in his tight pants.
I thought that was Freddy got fingered, but okay. I don't know.
No, it was what was the shit? Who's the guy in Labyrinth? The singer.
Yeah,
David Bowie.
David Bowie.
David
Thank
Bowie.
you. Yeah, with his massively undeniable bulge, and that's why I think he wanted to wear the tight pants. I'm not looking up David Bowie bulge, people. Do it yourself. But I mean,
just look up David Bowie Labyrinth and see it.
Yeah,
This is not ground control. We are not contacting Major Dog. It's not happening.
Yeah, and she was cracking jokes about the it's like you know it jump started me into puberty, et cetera. Like there was a bunch of and you can't miss it. Like you can't watch that
You
film.
really can't.
Yeah, and that was why all the hot dogs hit her in the face. You can't miss it. They hit you in the it hits you in the face. Then all of a sudden, like a full dozen hot dogs smack her in the face. That's where it happened.
I hate that expression. Oh, it jump started me into puberty. Oh yeah. Okay, it was your first one, celebrity crush. You experienced arousal for the first time. Christ's sakes, Lindsay. Oh. No, I hate that expression.
Yeah, but like, still, the point is still there. It's like she was fine for the most part, you know.
Well,
Like,
I don't know.
but
Sam,
a lot of her shit. And then,
she was.
And then, yeah,
Marxism.
then this,
Not
then
even
this.
once.
Oh god. But speaking of bread, let's go to bread.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bread. Right, we were doing bread. Jesus.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that. Damn it, Sam, and your distractions. Okay.
How dare you?
So we did the trans bread. Let's move along. The world's most expensive
Most
bread.
expensive?
The world's most expensive bread. I'm gonna have to get down here, so I'm gonna move my mic a little bit. In 2014, a Spanish bakery, Pan Pina.
I am drunk, so drunk, I cannot get up.
Super 21, thank you for the $2. At this point, I'm surprised you're not just flat out so drunk you can't get up. So you're saying Lindsay Ellis and Movie Bob do have something in common. Neither can write. Remember Bob's Mario book? Two artful people deserve each other. I did not know that fucking guy wrote a
I'm
Mario
not
book?
surprised he wrote a book. That sounds exactly like the kind of thing a lolcow would do.
I want to know who supplied him with the crayons.
some Patreon someone.
Yeah, exactly. All right. A bread, sold bread at 93 pounds a loaf. Each 400 gram, 14-ounce loaf contained whole wheat flour, spelt, and dehydrated honey. But that is not worth that much, is it? But the 250 milligram sprinkling of gold dust on top did the trick and made it the most expensive bread in the world. For fuck's sake.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Oh, people do that with all
Rich
kinds
people,
of things.
fuck.
You ever see the vodka that's got the flecks of gold in it?
Yeah.
I've seen the
Yeah.
the cinnamon schnapps that does Goldschlager.
Mm.
But not a vodka that has gold flecks in it. Yeah, just why?
It's gold. There's no nutritional value there.
Oh, Patio Furniture in chat says bread. It's on the rise.
Jesus. Holy fuck. Raise space bread from The Force Awakens.
Wait.
In under 5 minutes, you too can make the weird greenish bread Rey made in Star Wars The Force Awakens. Yeah, I remember the thing. By the way,
Why would you
the
want
video is unavailable. Thanks. Great.
We've been okay, good.
Another one I've really been
spared
looking
for the
forward
suffering.
to.
The bread for the movie wasn't CGI. It was a practical effect and also edible. The visual effects artists who worked on the film used vacuums to remove all the water and puff it up simultaneously. And it took a whopping 3 months to create.
Wow.
Huh.
Must have been
can't help
kind of
but
stale when she
Feel
ate
like
it.
I can't help but feel like it's really moldy.
It looks like it. But it could be. I
It
mean, there's
does,
some
that's
green food dye and some seeds.
It could be, but just
Green bread and blue milk. Fuck off. What next? Red eggs?
Yeah, I was fine not knowing where the blue milk came from, but then after you found out, it was like, Jesus. Doesn't matter. They're not canon anyway. Those goddamn films.
Be fired.
Breadheads. Oh my God.
Look, mostly bread.
Oh my God.
Artist Kilowatt Urum works at his father's bakery in Ratchaburi, Thailand. And of all of his baked creations are all of his creations are of human parts of the body in various stages of disrepair. The results are unnervingly realistic with eyes, lips, and other details constructed out of cashews, raisins, and the like. The lack of hair and blood-like glazes make the work all the more creepy. Bro!
You don't say.
Isn't it fantastic?
For fuck's
Imagine
sake!
that for Halloween.
I mean, you gotta give the guy credit. It looks.
This is not a creepypasta
pretty damn
channel. What
good
the
for what
fuck
it
just
is.
happened? I mean,
Does the one on the left not look like a human Ferengi hybrid to you?
it does. I'm trying to think. It looks like an actor. Like, I'm trying to think of which one.
Looks like...
God, it's horrifying. I just don't want to look at it
It
anymore.
really is.
Holy shit.
You thought it was just gonna be bread.
Yeah.
Breadhead.
This summer, there's something waiting for you in the oven. Again.
Coming all the way from the east.
You thought Breadhead had seen the knife. But he rises again.
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez.
Redhead rises.
He's ready to sop up more blood.
He'll leave your body in a trencher.
This is terrible.
Okay.
Terrible. I know there's some way I can make a line out of deadpan, but I'm just leaving it alone. We're moving on. I just... Far's like, yay! Canned brown bread. Boston Brown Bread made the B&M baked beans in Maine, also known as bread in a can. It's super dense, dark brown bread made with wheat and rye flour. I believe it's made with rye. Look at that shit. It's lightly spiced and moist, thanks to the buttermilk, and sweetened with rich, dark molasses. Sometimes it has
Okay,
raisins.
is this cake?
No, it's bread.
Or is this bread?
It's bread. It's brown bread.
I have a feeling this would be classified as cake in Australia.
Oh, right, because you're lost.
No eggs in it.
Yeah. You won't like him when he's sour.
Sugar. Oh.
Becomes a contract killer. Why are you doing this? Because I need the dough.
Yeah, it does. Just the addition of the molasses and the raisins and whatever. Yeah, it's probably very sweet and would come up as cake
Yeah.
under Aussie law.
Almost like a Jamaican ginger loaf. I don't know if you've ever had that. That's a good shit.
Oh, ginger loaf is amazing stuff. It's in my Ford Poon For Christ's sake. Ford
Somebody
food.
clip that. I need that as a ringtone.
I've been drinking. Food porn folder, Jamaican spiced bread, which is, it's really a dark brown gingerbread, and it looks amazing. Like, oh, wow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
The internet is Ford food. Sorry.
Oh, holy shit. Sometimes it has raisins. Yeah, I read all that. It's always marked with rings from the can. Like it, love it, or hate it, cranberry sauce. Don't knock it till you tried it. I want to try it.
I'd give it a go. Yeah,
Yeah, a slice of that with like a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top might be damn good.
Oh, yeah. Or like ice cream sandwiches even.
Yeah.
Rum and
you could
raisin
just slice it.
between the two.
Just slice it and put the ice cream right in the middle of it.
Oh, like cut a hole out in the middle.
Yeah, you can do that too. I was thinking of like, the ice cream sandwich route.
You could tell they're like well known because it comes the can itself doesn't come as a can. Look at the foil wrapper with the label and the string and the whatnot.
Yeah.
This must be a beloved product that I just haven't heard of. B&M Baked Beans in Maine, and they're famous for this canned bread that's spiced and flavored and whatnot.
Shit.
That's cool.
Look at that. Something good came out of Maine.
Finally.
Other than Maine Silver Ball. Okay. Pompeii bread. Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
It's got to be hard as a
that's so
rock
cool.
by now. This loaf of bread made in the 1st century AD was discovered in Pompeii and preserved for centuries in the volcanic ashes of Mount Vesuvius. That's cool.
What, some Pompeii bread?
Well, I don't want to eat it. It's a fucking rock. But the markings visible on the
Eat
your
top
rocks,
are made
Polly.
from a Roman bread stamp, which bakeries were required to use in order to mark the source of the loaves and to prevent fraud. It reads, property of
Wow.
seller, slave of Q, Granus Varinus, also wrapped in a cord and is divided into 8 wedges. God damn, man.
I fucking love everything about this piece of bread.
Yeah. This is... Go far, because we were just... Far and I are like Roman fans, especially lately, and we've been watching a bunch of stuff, and we watched a Pompeii video recently, and man, that is...
Yeah.
Preserved to the point where the legibility of the stamp on top is intact. That's fucking cool.
Pompeii is like fucking crazy for preservation shit.
Yeah, too bad it was Whoretown, huh? Well, we found out it was. Apparently, it was like the Las
I
Vegas of
know.
the 1st century. You know,
It really was. Like, it just,
It's
a
a-
lot
it's
of
a
the paintings, it's like preserved on the walls and shit. It's just,
It's
it's just
very much a Sodom
pricing
and
for prostitutes.
It's very much a Sodom and Gomorrah story, isn't it?
Right? It's-
We know what you were doing there. We've seen your paintings.
We've seen you blow
your
the spicy
graffiti.
hole
And-
one too many times.
Oh,
Now it's our turn.
I love the descriptions of all of the like archaeologists, of course, are very good at what they do, and they're like, mosaics with stones this small are not cheap, and the artisans are very expensive. So you know that there was a lot of wealth in the town because, the mosaic stones, like half the size of a dime, filling a wall or a floor. And it's like, God, how long did that take to put in, and the artistry involved in doing so, and et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, yeah, it
Such
was
a long time.
a big money town is what it comes down to. It's like from all of these various things, we can determine that this was big money town. And it's like, that's cool.
Well,
I just,
Yeah.
If you've ever done like a full HD in terms of dimensions, pixel art, yeah, it's like that, but real life.
yeah.
It takes a
Yeah.
fucking long time.
It's a lot of their time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But let's also keep in
I
mind
love
that, you got a bunch of,
Like-
the Roman Empire is 3/4 slave, right? It's, yeah, you can have skilled artisan slaves that have sold themselves into a period of bondage, et cetera, et cetera. All the details around slavery. Slavery is a massive institution in Rome and in every other society. Go fuck yourself, 1619 Project, you motherfuckers. How many of them fought a fucking war to end it? Yeah? That's right.
Polly, focus on the bread.
Right.
Focus on the
Sorry.
Hey, Brent.
It comes out of me when I think about the 1619 Project. I'm sorry.
Let's go back to 106.
It looks like a ship biscuit. Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah. All right, moving along. Bread made with cricket flour. Oh, I will not eat the bugs.
No.
I will
Eat the rocks, bigot.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Who typed that in chat?
I will eat the rocks.
Mark Smart. You eat the rocks, bigot. Yeah, no. But I will not eat the bugs. It looks good, but would you eat it?
Eat rocks.
Cricket
No, I
flour
probably
is in growing popularity despite being more expensive than traditional all-purpose flour. Fuck you, it is. The gluten-free, high-protein flour somewhat makes up for its price and ease of use. It can act as a one-to-one replacement.
You know, if you're going to use bugs, crickets is like the least worrying thing you could use, you know?
Like as opposed to like leeches and whatnot, or what?
Oh, cockroaches?
Or yeah, cockroaches, sure.
Yeah, like crickets is like one of the least concerning bugs you could possibly use for this. Like I would probably try cricket, but that's it. That's the only bug I'd be willing to try. That's it.
You know what I can't abide by? Well, okay, a number of things, really, when it comes to the bug world. Millipedes and centipedes, you just have too many legs. I don't like.
I hear you on that.
Yeah, especially when they're hairy. I can't stand that. A big hairy millipede, like just looking at him creeps me out. Like I really feel that, makes your skin crawl. No, I have that sensation where it's like my skin's crawling. I can't look at that fucking thing.
Back your arms and up your spine, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's I don't like the bugs that you see usually like in very warm tropical climates that are massive, like the cockroaches that they have in certain regions of sub-Saharan Africa and so on. Like any insect that I need a bat, like a baseball bat to take care of, that I can't swat it with my hand, that bugs that are flying insects that are so big that you can't swat them, you have to punch them out of the air. Anything like that.
You need a fucking tutu just to fucking contend with it. Yeah.
I mean, Sam, think about this for a second. You're a grown man, right? So there's this bug coming at you, and you're like, motherfucker, and you fucking punch it, and it just kind of like, stumbles a little bit, and then comes back at you. It just dazed it. I'm not okay with that.
No, I can understand not. Mind you, I mean, fucking hell, we get some fairly big bugs here. We get praying mantises, and there's these big black bee-like things that have got really fucking hard shell. If you're on a motorbike with an open visor helmet and one of those things hits you in the head, it can knock you the fuck out.
I mean, people have a problem with stinging flying insects. So your wasps, your yellow jackets, your bees, etc. I don't have a problem with them. It's just sort of like don't get stung is sort of my take, but I don't have like the big like, oh my god, fear of them like I know that some people that I've known do. A friend of mine, he's like, nah, man, I can't stand a wasp because they can keep stinging you and stinging you and stinging you, And it's like, have you ever been stung by a wasp? He's like, no. It's like, what the fuck? Like, but it's like me with millipedes. Like, what's your problem? Or oversized insects that you can punch and not kill. I don't know. I've never seen one, but I don't want to.
Speaking of, have you seen Asiatic wasps and hornets?
Asiatic what hornets?
Wasps and hornets.
No.
Besties. Yeah, they are fucking huge. They're a couple inches long. They're fucking horrible. I've been stung by an Asian hornet before. Yeah, that shit really fucking hurts. I've been stung by wasps and bees and such before.
So have I. Yeah.
Yeah. Those Asian ones. I don't know what the hell they're packing in that venom sac, but yeah, that shit burns.
So yeah, crickets require 6 times as long. Crickets require 6 times less to feed than cattle. Cricket flour. I will not eat the bugs. Moving along. Charcoal bread.
I think we can skip that one entirely.
Charcoal bread?
No. The one immediately following.
Oh, I didn't even see what it was. I just scrolled. Like, I just didn't want to spoil.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Activated charcoal has gained popularity for its ability to turn just about any food jet black. It also rumored to have health benefits, such as drawing toxins out of the body. Are you certain?
I
thought like so your barbecue, your dark grill marks. I thought a charred meat was a carcinogen.
Oh, burnt protein at that point, isn't it? But no, activated carbon has got a filtering effect.
Sure. So am I naming 2 different substances here? charcoal versus char?
I'm fairly sure there are some differences to it. Yeah, because charred meat is literally just burnt meat protein, right?
Right.
Whereas charcoal is as close as damned it to pure carbon.
All right. Justin Wilson, thank you for the $1. When I was working front of house at my dad's theater, he had a giant centipede in the storeroom. Stomped on it. Hit it with a hammer. Damn thing didn't care. See?
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching a YouTube video, and they were talking, and this was in sub-Saharan Africa, and they were talking about the various like bugs that were there. And like I didn't expect it. It's not like a video that was specifically on that. And
you ever look at a baby and you're like, yeah, not anymore.
Thank you, Remote Potato, for the $7. The only bug I'd eat would be the honeypot ant, because the name speaks for itself. Okay. But the only part that... but only the part that has the honeydew.
But that's the ass end.
So you would eat ant ass?
That's an ass from... Are we talking about like the Great Red Centipede, Polly?
What of it?
Is that the one you're referring to from the insects in Africa video? They're like,
oh yeah, a guy's like he stomped on it and he had a sandal on at the time. Well, he wasn't barefooted, right? Like thong sandal. And he stomps on the fucking thing and then stomps on it again and again, and that was just to get its whole body. It was like literally 3 feet long. Like crush, and there was just guts sprayed out to the side, and I'm like, oh fuck that place.
God.
Fuck that whole place. I'm sure the people are perfectly pleasant. They actually weren't, because the video was about like warlords and whatnot. But it Jesus Christ. Like he was like he was stomping someone like in a high school fight. Like his knee came all the way up to his chest and came down, stomp, and it was like, Jesus fucking fuck. And the camera pans, and there was just like it was like a car hit a dog on the road. There was just spray everywhere. It was just sorry for the dog lovers out there. I'm just trying to make a point here.
Jeez.
No, I'm picturing because the thing is with like centipedes, right? They're armored. They've got like a fully fucking armored, segmented body. So the point of least resistance is out each fucking end.
I'll be right back.
All right. So the charcoal bread. Unfortunately, bakers in Europe, activated charcoal counts as a food coloring. E153 carbon black. In addition to it being banned in baked goods under EU laws, the Italian Ministry of Health is cracking down on bakeries selling charcoal-infused bread marketed as healthy. In other words, according to the Italian powers that be, if it contains activated charcoal, it's not real bread.
Yeah, and bees are fucking fish. What's the point? What's your fucking point, Italy?
I mean,
your chat is going wild, Polly. Polly, shut up! I'm gonna puke.
Sorry, guys. I was just telling you what I saw. It was. See, we've seen two things on here that are like right up the lines of your new age Wiccan goth girl wannabe things, like, you know, black candles and whatnot. They could buy black bread and they can buy bread heads, and they can have them like all around the
black bread heads.
You don't be racist.
In a can.
made of cricket flour.
No, but how would you be able to tell?
Yeah, with gold flecks on top. Yeah, there we go.
Oh God, they look like the Starborn ones, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
it'd be great. I'm gonna do it.
So yeah, apparently this is banned bread.
Oh.
Italy says that it's not even bread.
Now, this is Italy, by the way, that sells fucking cheese. It's infested with maggots. Let's keep that in mind. It calls it a delicacy.
You want to know one of the things that actually kind of bugs me about America? There's a couple of kinds of cheese, right? And y'all refer to it as bug cheese. And one of the really common ones here is mimolette. And it's made not by fermenting the cheese in the typical manner, but they release cheese mites into it instead. And one of the acids that they secrete makes the cheese the way that it is. Banned in America. Can't buy it, can't import it, nothing.
It's got bugs in it, bro.
But they're cheese mites. You can't see them. You've got mites on your eyelashes.
And there's dust mites that are floating around the room right now and on my pillow when I lay down to go to bed. I don't want to think about it, much less be perfectly aware of it because I bought mite cheese.
You don't want to think about tiny little, like, microscopic fucking insects floating through the air going, wee!
I'm the one who's going to be telling you to shut up. I don't want to think about the fucking... I mean, this is how people turn into germaphobes. There's something on everything everywhere. Like, stop it.
Yeah, so don't worry about it, is what I'm saying.
Don't worry. Okay, let's see the thing that Sam wanted to veto here. Menstruation tracking bun.
Oh, what?
I rest my case.
Is it raspberry flavored, like the Period Crunch cereal?
Oh, God.
No, it's sweetbread flavored.
Check out this Jesus. Check out this crossover collaboration between Circle K, Sun Cuss convenience stores in Japan and website Luna Luna, a pink steamed bun. The Luna Luna strawberry cream.
I am drunk. So drunk. I cannot get up.
The next 6 minutes, thank you for the $2. My AC is down. Oh, shit, I hope it's not hot there. I don't sleep in the heat. Makes camping in the summer virtually impossible for me. It's going to be 105 degrees tomorrow. Guy's supposed to come by at 8 a.m. Fuck my life, man. I'm going to miss work. Shit, that sucks. That fucking sucks. Yeah, the worst part of it is that, like, I'm one of those people that have difficulty sleeping not under a blanket because you're used to the weight. You know what I'm talking about? And it's like, so it's like when it's hot as hell and you can't have the blanket on, so it makes it doubly worse because it's hot as hell, so uncomfortable, and you don't have the blanket, so it's uncomfortable. And you point fans at you when you don't have the AC going, and it's just blowing hot air on you, so it's like fucking fuck. Yeah. Anyway, that's my story.
Yeah.
So the Luna Luna strawberry cream milk bun, I think you could have gone a little shorter with the name, is made of pink dough, stamped with the Luna Luna rabbit mascot, and filled with strawberry and soy milk cream. And what is so unusual about this bun, you ask? The Luna Luna is a menstruation tracking website, so the different shades of pink and red represent, never mind. The bun came wrapped in paper with bits of female wisdom collected from Luna Luna users. These included pearls like, quote, when your friend's boyfriend isn't that attractive, say he looks really kind. And, quote, don't say, let's grab a bite sometime unless you really mean it.
It's Japan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, this is Japan, isn't it?
Yeah, because if this was America, pearls of female wisdom would be like, always go to the bar with your
like,
ugly
you go,
friend.
Girl. Like, you go, girl.
Oh, you mean like the affirmational
like
stuff? I was thinking about like the honest stuff.
Yeah, no, this... Honestly, this isn't so bad. Like, if you're going to do something like this, it's like, this isn't a terrible way of doing it. A little weird, you know?
The only thing I knew for sure was this. Every son of a bitch had worked for him.
Thought we agreed to make it blue.
We're all gonna be better off dead.
This is what happens when you nuke a country more than the recommended number of times.
Gamer Valine, thank you for the $9 and the double 1911s, because I always love it. Sam brought up mites, and Polly will fail to sleep soundly this upcoming week. Stumbling commentary inbound, and here I am for it. Thank you very much.
Don't you put that evil on me.
But I mean, Polly will fail to sleep soundly this upcoming week. Polly said 7 years ago when his insomnia began.
This summer, like any other.
Yeah. And I think I said that's all 9 right there. So there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we could do some other stories, or we could do another list, or we could do, because we're not.
No, I think that's a good time to end.
You think it's a good time to end?
We're over 2 hours.
Yeah, we're over 2 hours. We were 2.5 about with the. I think we ran a 10-minute wait screen at the beginning. All right, fine. Far wants to end it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep you on track.
I've got booze. And what time is it where you guys are at? Like 9 and 11 in the morning? What do you care?
No, it's 3 p.m.
Okay, at 3 p.m. Sam, what time is
Sunday.
it? And it's on. Oh, you got to get to church, do you, Far?
No, I
didn't think so.
I gotta start thinking of getting food and shit before everything closes.
Oh, gotcha. Sam, what time is it where you're at?
It's 9:20 in the morning.
Wow. Yeah, of all potato, nearly 3 hours. All right, fine. We'll shut it down. Fine. I'll do what I usually do. Drink alone, damn it. When you live a life like mine, full of hard-boiled life, drinking alone, smoking cigarettes, thinking of the lives I could have lived. I've been reading a lot of Raymond Chandler lately.
I could have been somebody.
Yeah.
I could have been a contender.
Sam, did I tell you about that line from Galveston, written by Nick Palazzo, the genius behind True Detective?
I think you did, but refresh my memory anyway.
Okay, I'll tell you, and by doing so, tell chat. I probably already told them and forgot. So I got around to reading Nick Palazzo's first novel, Galveston, and this hitman ends up on the run with this 19-year-old girl, and they're at a motel on the run, on the lam, and he's sitting outside the hotel because it's hot as fuck, or the motel because it's hot as fuck, and there's no AC in any of the rooms because they're trying to stay on the low, so they're at a cheap joint. So he's just sitting there in a lawn chair, and there's a bunch of empty beer bottles beside him. And like I said, here's a hitman on the run, just chain smoking and drinking. And a 19-year-old girl comes over, and she says, "Hey, let me have a cigarette." And he goes, "Okay." And he just like hands her the pack or whatever, and takes a drink of his beer. And she says, "So let me ask you something. How old are you anyway?" And he goes, "I'm 40. And she goes, 40. Okay. Well, I'm 19. She goes, "Considering all the stuff that we saw," and like the whole bunch of people have been murdered in a house the night before. That's why they're on the run, and that's how they met, right? That's what she's referencing. She goes, "Considering all the stuff that we saw last night, like 19, that's not that much, isn't it? Like I can start over, do different things." And he says, "It's just 19. You could start your life 3-4 times over if you want it." And she goes, "What about you?" He goes, "Man, 40 years old, could probably start his life over once or twice. But me, though, I've been living the same life since I was born."
That's a way of spinning "woe is me" into not so much of a pussy.
Yeah, I mean,
line, isn't it?
It's just pure neo-noir. That's what I mean when I say Nick Palazzo's a genius, because he's sort of saying "woe is me," yeah, but it's not in a crying way. It's in a way that shit is always going to be like this. It always has been. It always will be, and he's just sort of resigned to it, if you know what I mean. There is no starting over. You can start over. You haven't lived the life that I've lived, et cetera, right? It's just he doesn't want to say it in that way, so he doesn't. It's fantastic lines like, "Never do anything out of hunger. Even eat."
No, leaving it alone. Leaving it alone.
Well, that was Frank Simeon's line, right? It's like, never look like, because he's a mobster, and the idea is, never look like you need this stack we're pulling, this scheme we're involved in. Never act like you need it, like you're hungry for it. Because then people around you know that, and they know they can take advantage of you. And they know that they can lean into you and take some of your take, and you'll still accept it because you need this. So never do, and that's what and guys, he's like, "Come on, we have to, Frank, we got to do this thing." And he says, "Nah, you never do anything out of hunger, even eat." It's called Noir Bar for a reason, Sam and Far, okay? Noir lines are going to come up. God damn it.
Nah, it's generally good advice, though. I mean, especially if you look at the jobs or anything along those lines.
Yeah.
Never, when you're in a job interview, never act like you need a job.
Yeah, it's one of the key things of negotiating either the job, the particulars of a job, of a new job, as you know, Sam, or of a contract, which I've done a number of times. Never act like you need it. Act like you can pass. And people do not understand the subtle art of it in ways where they stand in the doorway because they think they're a wheeler and dealer. And it's like they're so quick to get ready to walk on a deal, like when they're negotiating a car price or, selling a firearm, for example. I've seen some people where they will name 3 times what the blue book value of a gun is worth. You know what I mean? And they think they're playing hardball with you by going, well, my price is this. And it's like, well, we both know the blue book value is that. I don't care what the blue book value says. And it's like, okay, you just make me want to like shove your gun up your ass, not buy it from you now. This isn't like affirmative negotiation. You understand what I'm saying? You're not.
Yes.
I would reference female bosses not knowing how to assert, but it's fine. We'll just leave it alone. Look at the range of times. Molly's like, it's 220 here, 450 here, 322 here. It's 324 here, but somebody probably said that 2 minutes ago. So a lot of Easterners. I like it. I can dig it.
All you people, you're all over the place. Get your shit together.
Wait a minute. I get the period bun off the screen. What the fuck's it still doing there? This beautiful background I bothered to create, and I'm covering it up with Japanese rabbit sweet period tracking buns. I never quite grasped what was going on there. Yeah.
I think that's for the best.
Yeah. All right. I would like to thank everybody for coming by tonight. We always love opening up Noir Bar. I love hanging out with you guys. It's always a fun, chill time late at night, and that's why we're here. And I'm glad we have a second location because those filthy fucks over at Far. Did you hear? There are people with violin cases and bulges in their suit coats walking around outside location 1. They're waiting for us to come back.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah. We're going to have to go get some heavy people from out of town and deal with this.
What you're saying is that time to effectuate some cleanup.
Yeah. There's just a
no
rain.
more bus, man.
A rain needs to
more.
come. Wash some scum off the street. All right, thank you for everybody for coming and hanging out with us. We wouldn't have a show if you guys weren't here, and we enjoy interacting with chat. It's always a blast. I'd like to definitely thank Sam and Far for keeping me company at the bar. You guys are awesome as usual.
No problem.
And sincerely thank everybody who tipped the bartender and the people hanging out at the bar as well. You guys are awesome. You allow us to keep the candles on, the lights are burning, and the doors open. So we will see you again next Friday or Saturday, depending on stuff and things. See, that's the problem with running illegal establishments. You never quite know when you can open the door. But that's the problem, because people never know when they can show up. We got to figure a way around this. We're smart people. I don't know.
Subspace transmitters. Let's fucking go.
You know what somebody said to me the other day? Okay, last quick story, all right? Somebody said, you should pre-record Noir Bars, right? And then just put them up when you can't stream. Like if your other, Far's not around, Sam's not around, whoever the fuck isn't around, or you can't be there, or you're having internet problems or whatever, have preloaded shows. And I'm like, I could not sit here not live and record with you guys and have it feel right.
Oh, no.
Does that make sense?
No, I riff off the chat way too much.
Yeah, like I said, chat's like a big part of it. You know what I mean? Like the idea, the shtick is that you guys are hanging out in the bar with us. I couldn't pre-record some shit and have people watch it and have it be nearly as fun. The vibe wouldn't be there. I mean, Far, wouldn't that be weird?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. They were trying to offer a helpful suggestion, but yeah, we got to figure out something else. Oh, yeah. In any case, I'd like to thank everybody again for your donations. Greatly appreciated. We will see you again probably next Friday. Until then, as we always say about this time after the last call, you don't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. See you later, everyone.